Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Bourbon Neophyte. I'm Anthony. Glad to see you guys popping over from Livewire. It was a great stream that they had, and glad I could always be a part of it. Nice that I could go on after them tonight, that's for sure. Always a good time over there. It's always a good time. See people had popped in there. I know Top Dog was here earlier, so cheers. Shane, thank you for popping over there. Appreciate it. Vic, I know you got to get up early. I mean, don't you have to get up like at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning? So, you need to get at least 6 hours of sleep. That's for sure. Brian, cheers, man. Thank you for coming over. John, yeah. I was eyeballing this thing, John, for a while. Haven't been able to find one. Finally found this thing today. And yes, it is the 2003. I don't know if you can make it out, but we talked about that earlier. It is the 2003. But don't know if I'll open that tonight. Always in the mood for a little peek, that's for sure. But not sure if I will actually try that tonight. I'm still deciding. But anyway. So, hey, Adam, cheers. Cheers. Thanks for dropping in. So tonight you saw that I'm doing part 2 of the Still Austin whiskey that I tried last week. So last week, what's up, man?
Hey, buddy.
Cheers. So
Cheers.
Last week I was working on this. This is the Cask Strength Still Austin. I did the review on. Until this whiskey, I've never found a Texas whiskey I liked. And I've had a few. I'm not going to get into them again, but I've had a few and wasn't really overly thrilled with them. But Whiskey Wars and Friends with Whiskey recommended this particular distillery and said I needed to try it. So I broke down and bought that first bottle I just showed you, the Still Austin, that I reviewed last week. And I thought, man, that thing is pretty darn good. Let me grab something here real quick. Hey, Dano, cheers. OS, nice to see you. Isaiah, cheers. Hey, Andrew, cheers, man. Thanks for popping on. So I tried it, and I liked it. Well, they have this one, which is part 2, which I picked up
Cheers, Andrew.
last Sunday and thought that I would give it a whirl. Hey, what's up, man? Long time no see.
Yes, sir.
So I picked this one up last Sunday, and I
that's still
tasted
awesome.
it to make sure that I got all the notes out of it. And so we're going to look at this. This is the flagship bourbon, they call it. This is their straight bourbon whiskey from Still Austin. It's not the Cask Strength.
Right.
But this one, I didn't realize it until I picked it up. It's 49.2 ABV or 98.4 proof.
Right.
Not bad. I mean,
Yeah.
not bad. I prefer 100. Don't get me
Right.
wrong. 100's my sweet spot.
Mine too.
But, I thought, what the heck? Oh,
There you go.
Commandant Lou's in the house. Cheers. So anyway, I went to the store and I picked this up last week when I reviewed that. I poured 1 dram out of it last Sunday just to kind of see what it was like.
Right.
And so when I went up to camp this weekend, I took this bottle along and I gave it a serious look-see.
Right.
It's not something that I'm just going to say is good or not good, not give it a good drink.
There you go.
So anyway.
What's up, Eric?
I haven't seen you guys in forever.
Yeah, at least what, 5
Man,
minutes?
we missed you, man, dude.
Yeah, exactly. It's been a long time.
Yeah, I got to say that as a sweet hat, man.
Well,
It
I
is.
figured since I was talking Texas whiskey and I knew Eric would show up because I was talking Still Austin,
There you
and
go.
he and I are gonna drink some of it here in a little
There
bit.
you go.
Still Austin right here, baby.
Still Austin, baby.
Yes,
See, my
sir.
10-gallon hat's in the bedroom with the wife, so I can't go get it.
Yeah,
But
I don't blame
I'd
you.
wear it if I would have known
Is
Well,
your
she's liable to stick it where the sun don't shine if you wake her up.
correctly.
is
Yeah,
your
you know.
10 gallon, is your
And I
10
know-
gallon hat filling 5 gallons flat?
And I know you're dealing with enough
Hanker
issues
for a hunk
tonight,
of cheese.
so you don't need another one.
There you go.
Exactly.
I'm
So-
not much of a hat guy unless I'm out in the sun and I'm trying to keep this bald spot from burning. So,
Hey,
you know,
I'm never far from a hat. And
you
usually
go.
I'm under it.
right.
Almost 98% of the time. I'm under it. But
Cheers,
I decided to put my normal hat down and pick
Yeah.
up one of my other hats.
Well,
I
that
keep
looks
on the
good,
back.
man. That's a good looking hat,
Yep.
especially with that Liberty Safe in the background. That's even better.
Dude, nothing but freedom tickets and
Exactly.
highly allocated bottles.
There you go.
That's right. So I really kind of like that first bottle of Still Austin that was recommended to me. And I'm like, man, this thing is turning out to be,
Cheers,
it
John
was
Krantz.
turning out to be a good whiskey. And so, like I said, I went and got the second bottle
Right.
on Sunday, and I had one pour of it on the stream last week, and I took it with me to camp.
I know that guy.
And I tell you what, I've been impressed with the first one. Now I picked up this second one, and I'm going to tell you what, and I'm just going to come out and say it without beating his bush. It did not disappoint.
That's good.
The first pour was so-so that I had
Right.
last Sunday. It was so-so.
This is still Austin.
It's
Yeah.
it's
Yep.
the straight up.
This is the straight bourbon, the flagship, the
straight
first
bourbon.
one
This-
they came out with.
It's not the it's not the
Yeah.
cask strength.
But I didn't touch it
Did y'all hear that?
again until Friday night. So 6 days later, did that thing open up beautifully.
That's great.
So it has a
can see
mash
that.
bill of 70% corn, 25% rye, so it is a high rye, 5% malted barley. And like I stated last week, this particular whiskey is all Texas grain. So from nothing comes from anywhere else but Texas.
right.
They get the grain, they process it, they bottle it, all right there at Still Austin, and then send it out. So it's not sourced or anything like that. It's all them. I just wish, I'm not going to mention any names, but I wish some other people would get their shit together and figure out what they're doing when it comes to some Texas whiskeys.
Right.
Now, maybe I just haven't had the right bottle of some of the ones I've
He's
tried.
looking at you, Balcones.
I'm not mentioning their name.
Hey, to be fair, Texas whiskey, I'll put it in the same category as I put Colorado whiskey. They have their own spin. We're so used to that Kentucky,
Right.
that Midwest
Exactly.
Oh,
sweetness.
yeah. Yes.
Exactly.
It has its own flair. And it's, while I'm not a fan of it because I haven't sat down and really like acclimated my palate to Texas whiskey, there are a couple that for sure come out of there that I like. The Still Austin is really good. The cask strength is really
Yeah.
good, but it's got some obvious differences from a normal, what I would
bourbon.
call a normal bourbon.
Right. No, you're
It's
right.
obvious. It's a lot more smoky.
Mark Emenecker's got it.
What's that?
On that cask strength.
Honey syrup, maple, caramel,
Yep.
vanilla.
With the smokiness. It's
With
got
the
a smokiness to it.
It has
smoke.
that barrel char. It
Because
has that barrel char
because
in there.
it sits-
Absolutely.
it
And
sits-
that does come through.
It sits in a Texas summer sun
Yep.
at least 3 years, most of the time 4 years. And when it sits in that sun, it gets all the char out of that barrel.
Oh yeah.
And
It's
then-
constantly moving. You know.
And I've got to say, on this one, the straight bourbon, I am pretty surprised that I'm really getting a fruit off of it on the nose.
Yeah.
Well, it
With the
looks really
caramel,
dark for less than 100 proof.
It is
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
it
They,
is
all,
some of the darkest whiskey
they pull a lot of that,
In-
that barrel.
in 2
yeah,
years.
that barrel comes out in 2
Look
years.
how dark that is. Good.
Yep.
That's
God.
2 years, a little over 2 years.
That's
It's 'cause
crazy.
It's 'cause
Yeah,
the
and this
storage-
is just the
place they
standard
store
straight
it's
bourbon.
155, 160 degrees.
Oh yeah.
Now, I'll tell you this, Anthony. The Balcones Balmorea, right? It's one of their
Yeah.
more expensive bottles. It is a wild ride, but if you sit down and take the time to really explore it, it's freaking amazing. But it's different. It's not going to come at you like a sweet bourbon. It's going to come at you like something totally different, and you're going to have to sit there and figure it out.
Well, that's what I had to do with the Still Austin cask strength. I liked the first sip, but it wasn't what I was expecting. So it did cause me to pause a moment and look at the bottle, because from all the Texas whiskey I had, the first sip on this one was really good. And it threw me, because the first sips I've had and consecutive sips of the other ones, like I said, I won't mention Balcone's name or anything like that. I won't do it.
Okay, good for you.
But yeah, it was like, what the hell is this?
Except I love Balcones Texas rye. I love their legend, and I mean there are several Balcones I really like. I like the strength. I like the depth of character and basically the barrel. There's a lot of barrel in Texas whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, Shane, that's from Marty. When he said hot damn, he's talking about you.
Oh, thanks, Marty. You're pretty hot damn yourself.
No,
But I'm telling you what, that climate down there, what they're doing with this mash bill, what they're doing with this whiskey, I think is amazing. Now, I'm not slighting any others, but there's only been a few that have made me really go, holy shit, this is good. And Shane made the one I had, the Christmas. Holy shit.
Yeah,
I had never tasted anything like that in my life. When he said, you're going to get chocolate, I could not believe what I got on that sucker. And I still talk about to this day, and I mention it. I'm like, holy shit, was that thing good? Yeah. Honestly, really was.
What up, cowboy?
What's up, man?
Hey,
dude, I love the hat.
You guys think Whiskey Wars is the only one that can do this, huh?
No. Whiskey Wars does it. You just do it better.
That's a sweet hat.
The only thing is I'm not turning mine sideways and looking like Napoleon.
Napoleon Bonaparte. Yeah.
What is that?
Yeah.
30X?
That's for sure. I'm not going to do it. Not going to do it. Hey, Bill. Cheers, man. But this still Austin stuff. I'm like, holy crap. And it's reasonable. It's $50 or less, give or take, depending on where you are for the bottle.
Especially from a grain to bottle company.
So, oh my God, I almost said the wrong darn thing. Wait a minute. Where is it?
If you can find
Frey Ranch.
If you can find Iron Root Harbinger 115, not the XC. 115 is really good. So,
going off a little bit of a tangent, this is made in Nevada. It's Frey Ranch. Okay, right. I'm sure you've all seen it. Yeah, well, this is a store pick from Corey's here in Vegas. All right, I was never fond of the standard expression, but I got one of these. Adams got one. Stahl's got one. I can't remember if Will O'Neill got it or not.
Thanks, Anthony.
Anyway, but I tried it. This son of a gun was amazing.
Yeah.
This was amazing. And this is, farm to bottle. They made their own. Everything is made there other than the glass and the cork.
Might be.
Boom. And here it is.
I don't know. Why couldn't you make the glass there? Sand is sand.
What's up, Dan?
It is, but I don't think they have a factory there.
Dan, jump on, buddy. Yeah, so Frey Ranch, you're right.
What's up, Dan?
Those picks. So here's what that reminds me of. The same thing as like the Stranahans. The standard Stranahans are kind of but those cast strength picks are magical. And it seems to be the same situation with the Frey Ranch. Like the standard stuff is like, but their picks are just like, whoa, what is this?
Yeah, Stranahan's cast strength single malt is one of the best American single malts anywhere.
I think it's the best.
It may be.
I haven't had a better one.
Wow,
they're really good. God damn.
So Anthony, you won both bottles.
Good
last night.
Good.
Whoa! Congrats.
You won both of your bottles you were giving away?
Yeah.
Fucking rig, man. What the shit?
Yeah, that's a California rig thing right
Hey,
there.
Jesus Christ.
Vic,
You
they're
put the
just
money,
jealous.
you get the
They're
wins.
just jealous. That's right. The only way you can win is if you play the game.
If you play the
Yeah.
game, that's right.
It's
Hey,
play-
hey,
it's-
don't
it's
hate the
pay-
game.
Hey,
Or
don't
don't hate the player, hate the game.
Pay
Hate
to
the game.
play.
I hate the
It's
player.
pay to play.
Let's
Look, it's
go.
Mike Stalls.
It's
Oh,
Mike
yeah.
Stahl. We got a celebrity on stream.
Yes,
He's
we
a pretty
do.
big deal. He's a pretty big deal.
He is. He's a pretty
Hey,
big
Mike.
deal on Whiskey Tube.
We have
got
over
over
100
mahogany.
subscribers.
They have over 100
Dude.
subscribers. They're a big deal.
I've got
Yeah,
75.
Big deal. Let me tell you. But,
Bill
I've had-
Monty,
I
show
got
off.
236,
Courage and
man.
Conviction is great. I promise you, Strand of Hands it's good. It's better.
Blades
I
and
think.
Bourbon
Mm.
has 15 subs.
Hey-o.
Hey.
Anthony's beating me by 4.
Stranahan's cast strength is
By
the
3.
bomb.
Oh my god,
It's such a
Bam.
good, it's such a good single
Big
malt
Ken.
whiskey.
it is. You're not wrong.
So
So,
Hey, Ken.
And that was like when I got into bourbons, that was the third or fourth whiskey I drank. I drank that and I was
We're
like,
shits.
this isn't a bourbon, and this tastes really good.
That's right.
And it's
Hey,
not
Ken.
a bourbon, but it tastes
No.
so good.
I saw you got that. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Yeah,
About
yes.
we're not talking about that. We're talking about Texas whiskey right
I
now.
know, but
Put that Scottish shit away.
Cállate,
whoa,
güey.
whoa, hold up, hold that up there. Ken.
All right. So
You
is
hear what
Bill
you
in Virginia, or is he picking that up somewhere else?
Oh my God, who cares about the Balvenie?
Oh, for the Courage and Conviction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't.
Hey, Eric,
where's that at? Is
Eric,
that out
Eric.
of Virginia?
I
Yeah,
haven't
that's
seen
out
any
of,
Courage and Conviction
Like
cast drink.
Southeast Virginia. Courage and Conviction is
I've
out of
seen the regular,
Southeast
but I haven't
Virginia.
seen any cow drink.
We're talking about Still Austin. That's all we're talking about right here.
That's right.
That's all we
we,
got. Here.
we don't discriminate.
I'd
What the fuck is that shit?
I'd have gone to
In-
sleep if I thought we were talking
He's
about
in
something
Oklahoma.
else.
Wow. Yeah, that's in
Oklahoma?
like Southeast Virginia. Courage and Conviction.
Yeah.
Oklahoma.
What'd you call
Like-
me?
Like an hour south
They're,
of
apple
Lynchburg.
cider.
I got that
Single
one.
malt.
I got that 16. That's a good bottle right there.
Did you guys see this one?
Oh, what you
Balvenie.
got?
Oh,
Maybe.
look at this.
Whoa,
16.
Look at this.
Can't
Why
see
doesn't it
it.
highlight? There it goes.
It's on his
Oh, it's the
phone.
French shake.
French. Yeah.
Oh,
He
wow.
doesn't even own them.
Yeah,
They're on
French
his
shake.
phone. He doesn't
You're
even
number
own
one.
those. He
Number
doesn't even
one.
own those. They're on his phone. Why?
I
are we
just said,
looking
have
at
you guys seen those? I never
Yes,
said I
there
didn't
you
have
go.
one.
I've heard of it.
Ooh,
haven't
way
seen
to
it.
go. 1792.
Ooh,
Full
foolproof bottle kill. Ooh,
Bottle.
Hey, Bobby.
What's up, Bobby?
What's up,
What's up,
Bobby?
Bobby?
Bad X Bourbon, we
Come on.
missed you on Livewire, buddy. Where were you?
Bad X, get on here now.
He's probably working.
It's more
Yeah.
chill here than it is
Or
on Livewire.
he should be sleeping, right? Him like hose draggers sleep.
Well, you know, you sleep till you're hungry, and then you eat till you're sleepy. You know,
Right.
That's right.
And then eat,
And-
sleep,
I have-
repeat.
Anthony,
have
can I get
eaten,
some
but
admin
I'm
up?
not-
Shut
I'm
it
not
up so
sleeping
fast.
yet.
and then you wash the fire truck every now and then. So.
I'm not hungry right now, so I'm okay. I'm doing all right.
Well, after that burrito you ate, you shouldn't be.
I ain't
Yeah,
lying.
that burrito.
That burrito
Dude,
was
that-
on point.
That burrito was the bomb.
I'm telling you, I had cereal during Livewire, and it might have saved my life. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey,
Yeah, right.
ain't nothing
Food.
wrong with a good bowl of cereal.
Yeah,
Cheers,
no.
Jack.
And you said you had what? Cocoa Puffs?
Cocoa Puffs.
No, that was
Oh,
you. fool.
Puffs. Yeah,
For the record, I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Everybody's
cuckoo?
cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Or
But
some Count Chocula.
I mean, if I'm seriously contemplating buying some backups for these bottles.
There you
'Cause
go.
They're that good. They are that
So-
good.
I'll be honest, Anthony, it's interesting because I have not had a Texas whiskey that I would want to buy a second bottle of.
Me either. Not even a first one till this.
Like every Texas whiskey I've ever bought, I regretted.
Yeah.
Nope.
Well, I didn't buy any until this. Everyone I've had were samples,
Right.
and they were like,
It's
"Blah."
it's a
I've never had a
misconception.
still Austin though. I gotta say.
It's a misconception.
Anthony, are you coming to Vegas?
I don't know if I'm gonna make it.
Might be a long drive for Anthony.
You
It's
better
a
show up.
long,
That's
long
No,
long.
drive.
you don't want to get caught in a layover, you know. I mean,
Yeah, you're right. hmm It's very possible.
I mean, it's longer than Chris and Lil.
yeah, exactly.
Yes,
Yeah, with
it
that
can
fucking
be.
traffic in Vegas. Yeah.
Oh
Dude,
god.
Yeah, it
that
might be.
traffic. Gee, man.
Yeah, that's not.
And all those card flippers, you know, when you go by, they just
They're
flip the
gone.
cards at you. Oh, they're gone.
Yeah.
Wow.
Don, I've never had that, buddy. I can't say. I've had probably 3 or 4 different balcones, and was not a fan.
Dragon Bones.
I've only had the pot still
Brimstone is
Balcones, and it was horrible.
The
I've
new
had
one,
that.
the new
The red
Balcones,
bottle.
Corn or whatever.
you
Yeah,
should-
it
you
was
should try
horrible.
Rumble.
I got.
Try Rumble.
I actually got the sample pack from. What's the whiskey? What's it called?
You're telling the story.
Yeah, you were.
TX now.
Yeah.
No, it's my story. What's the website where you can you get like every 3 months you get a sample and a
Flavier.
bottle?
Flavier.
Flaviar?
Yeah, Flavier. I got the
Flaviar.
Flavier sample pack from
Flaviar.
Balcones. Whatever it is. And it was awful.
Yeah,
All of the
Flaviar.
Balcones.
Flavor.
Flaviar.
It's Flaviar, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Flaviar.
Yeah, it's Flaviar.
Yeah, Mike,
Flaviar.
just turn it a
And
little
so,
bit. It
yeah,
might help.
I got the sample
you-
pack from.
Yeah, just rotate that headset, you know.
So I got the sample pack from Balcones and hated them all. Didn't like any one of them. But none of them are cask strength. None of them were special, right? It was like their generic releases. So
Right.
that's certainly part of it. Like I don't
Oh, yeah.
want to. I did actually the one I did like. I got one of the. What's the one with the star on it? And it was a honey.
Uh,
Garrison Brothers.
Garrison
Yeah, the
Brothers
Garrison
honey
Brothers.
was
Garrison
okay.
Brothers.
It was pretty good.
You know Bob
Probably
is
still
fucking
wouldn't have
hammered.
bought the bottle. It was somebody else had it, and I drank it, and it was like it's pretty good.
Garrison
My local
Brothers-
store has that.
Garrison
I'm like,
Brothers
why are y'all
single
taking
barrel
up
is
shelf
good.
space with this stuff? It sits here month after month. Get rid of it and give me some Weller or something, you know.
Oh no! Oh God!
Give me
no.
something non-Texas, and I'm happy.
Oh,
You know,
God,
something.
Weller is so horrible. God Almighty!
Well, I just want some 107 because you can't get it around here unless you pay $150 for it, and I'm not going to
Hey,
do that.
you can get around here for
Yeah,
about
that's not a
$3.99.
$150 bottle.
yeah.
No, it's not. I'm not
No.
paying that.
Hey,
I'll get a damn 46 cask strength before
I
buy
can
that.
go right now and get you a bottle of Foolproof if you wanted it for $5.99.
Oh, I can get a
Fuck
bottle
off.
of foolproof for $4.88.
Hey, that's a killer bottle there, Slapshot.
That one,
That's
Brian,
right,
is
Shane.
awesome.
Hey,
This bottle
I'll
kicks
Yeah,
fucking
Snapchat.
ass.
Hey,
Dude,
that-
I'll
that-
tell you what. That is the best fucking 107 I've ever had.
I'm waiting on my sample Snapchat.
There you go.
Yeah.
That
What's
shit
wrong
is-
with the Queen? Is the Queen sick? Son of
Not yet.
God save the Queen.
Let's have the Queen.
a... Is she sick right now?
That's what the Sex Pistols said. You know, y'all
Yeah.
might not remember that.
Hey,
I remember.
Hey, I
it.
remember that shit.
What's up, Paul?
but yeah, back in the
I was
day.
listening to that the other day, actually.
Oh, that's awesome, man. If I could just go back to college.
I was told I
And
had a
we
good
all-
time.
Yeah.
I was
The
told
80s,
many
man.
times.
Gosh, it was so good.
Thank goodness there weren't cell phones.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
So, Anthony, what kind of hat is that?
Bill, I
This-
think I'll bet with
A
that
brand.
producer as well. I think you
This
could be
is
right there.
one of my hats I had made for me.
Oh,
Here in
okay.
Vegas.
Custom made?
That-
Okay.
that's, that's a bunny ranch hat. That's a bunny ranch hat. Come on, that's a bunny ranch hat.
I love it, Anthony. Don't let Eric talk to you ever.
No.
Yeah, don't let the disco bunny over here fucking.
I fucking love Eric.
No,
Eric,
Andrew.
my life would not be complete without you.
But
Of course it
but
wouldn't.
it's close.
It absolutely wouldn't be
215
complete without you.
In Decatur, Andrew, where Walmart is, a new place opened up. When they call it Top Shelf Spirits, they're not lying.
Ooh.
Oh shit.
And they're out of this world. Matter of fact, one of the first releases of the Smoke Wagon Rye that just came out, the ones that actually hit the store shelves, they're selling it for $1,000 a bottle if you want one.
Oh my God.
I know.
What is it?
The Smoke Wagon Rye.
That experimental.
Somebody
rye?
has an echo.
Yeah,
You know what? If it
you can get it for $1,000 right now.
for $1,000, I better get a girlfriend till the bottle's gone.
Yeah,
I better get a
You
girlfriend.
got two,
It
till
would
bro.
take
the
more than
goddamn bottle's
$1,000 to do, guy like me. Wait, what is the thing from? What was that from? What would you do with $1 million?
Office Space.
I reckon I'd do two
Yeah.
chicks at once.
Two at the same time.
gone. Two
If I had that
Yeah,
money,
you
I
don't
can
need
make
$1
it
million.
happen.
You do to have two chicks that would double up a guy like me. Sorry.
oh,
Anthony.
you're by Philadelphia. I am so sorry.
Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Not too good.
Anthony.
Yes.
2 weeks from right now, you and I
We're
are going to
gonna-
be drinking.
We're gonna be
Yes, we
drinking
will.
together.
Yes, we will.
That's awesome.
Actually, will we? Or
Yeah, we're
we've
going to
already
Anthony's
gone
house.
Home. Oh, no, we'll go
Who's
home
going
tomorrow.
live that Sunday? Everybody
We
that
all
could go
are.
live is going to be there.
That's a holiday weekend. Nobody's going home till Monday.
Brimstone. Yeah, you're right. I'm not going
No,
home till
I'm
Monday. I've
going
already
home
We
Sunday.
might have to go live from our room, Anthony.
That would
Might
be
have
cool.
to.
Naked.
Brimstone.
Give us all the experience, you know.
We might
Yeah,
have
you
to.
guys will have to be annoyed with Livewire whiskey with everybody drunk all around us.
Like it's never happened before.
Never. Never.
Yeah, it's never happened before.
I think we can take it.
Maybe I'll text Jim Morris. So, although I don't know how well he handles drunk people on his stream, I'm not gonna lie.
Totally agree, Barkin. I like it. But
Yeah,
I think he would
you
just
do?
shut down. I don't think he would know how to do anything.
Yeah,
He would just,
Shane Long, you can go live. You won't be in Vegas.
I'll do it live.
There you go,
you don't,
Vic.
I might be in Vegas.
You're not. You hate
You know
us.
what?
You're not gonna
You
be
know
there.
what? You're gonna be in Vegas.
Fucker.
Let's just hook up somebody's thing and go live from Vegas.
That's it.
Let's hook her. What?
Yeah, we're
Just
going to be in
break
Vegas.
in.
I think we could do live
Really
wire
great.
from Vegas. I'm not going to lie. I don't know
We
how
can.
sober everybody will be.
We
Might
don't
be
have to
pretty
be
fucking
sober.
obnoxious to everybody else.
We just have to be
Uh,
online.
well, for everyone else on fucking who can't be there, you need to fucking make that shit happen.
Holy
Oh, we will.
Hey,
We will.
Ken,
Oi,
I'll do
you
it. I mean,
just-
I'm going to bring my
You're not
cameras
gonna be
and
there.
laptop
Shut it.
anyway. Might as well.
Yeah.
I'll try to do it live on
Hey,
Saturday.
Shane, bring it.
I know, dude. I
Well,
I
we
will.
need a
wanna
full
do it if
weekend. We
Vin's
need
going
Saturday
live.
and
Fuck
Sunday.
that.
And we
You're
just
gonna
pass it
be
off
there,
to
right?
Ken.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah, because we're going to be up late, so Ken can get on, you know.
Be up late. We're never gonna go to sleep.
Tim, are you coming to Vegas?
I'm not going to make Vegas.
There's not a we're gonna be up late. There's a we're
Oh,
never going
thank
to
you.
sleep.
You're not coming to Vegas?
I'm not coming to Vegas.
You don't
I
wanna
was
come
just
and
on
hang around with
vacation
me?
Vic will
last
be
week,
home
so-
by then. He's going home Sunday morning.
He's coming to him.
Fuck.
Right?
He's going to come to important one in DC.
Yeah, I'm coming to D.C. on 23rd.
Big Vic
Well,
in
we ain't gonna
Nashville will
be in
be.
DC.
All you guys need to come to
Big Vic in
DC.
Nashville
It's
will
the
be
East
cuddling
Coast,
by
man.
Sunday night.
The East
We're the
Coast-
important time zone.
It's the
Hey,
East
where's
You're
the
Coast.
not.
strip at?
The
We're
West
the
Coast.
time
the
zone
strip?
where they're still trying to keep people from having guns. Why
What
would
was
I
that,
go
Shane?
there?
It's Las Vegas Boulevard, right? That's the strip.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes. Anthony,
Yes.
Anthony.
I am dying
Listen,
to hang out with you.
I'll be there.
You paused, bro.
I know
You
where you're
paused
staying.
Too long.
I
It
know
was
exactly
for
where you're-
effect.
I mean,
Vic,
I
you
would love to
douche.
come to Vegas because I got married in Vegas. So
A lot
So
of
did
people
I.
did, man.
So
exactly.
did I.
There,
I
hey,
didn't get married in Vegas until
And
this
you
time
can get an
coming up.
annulment in
Well,
24 hours.
I'm
You
married
will.
here 4 times.
You
This time coming up, I'm bringing my girlfriend. We're gonna get married. Yoo-hoo!
Yeah.
That shit ain't happening.
it depends on how much you win at the craps table. You know,
That- I ain't
Dude,
getting
I'll
married.
never forget. So Frankie and I got married in Vegas. We went. We thought nobody would come. That's why we did it. We're like, oh, we'll
Where'd
go
you
to
get
Vegas.
married at?
Everybody came. We ended up with more people than the initial chapel could fit.
Wow.
Where'd you
And
get
so
married?
we ended
In the
up
chapel?
streaming it online. We had people waiting outside, all that shit.
We had
But I'll
our
never
streaming.
forget, we're in Slots of Fun, and the pit boss, yeah, that's the cheap place. The pit boss goes, I gave your, whatever card to your wife. And I was like, my wife? She's been my fiance for 2 years and my girlfriend for 2 years before that. Like, it was just shocking to hear somebody call her my wife.
Oh wow.
You
got
know,
married
and
at
you
the
live
Little
there,
White
so
Wedding
that doesn't
Chapel.
count, buddy.
Andrew,
I got married at Graceland.
Andrew, are you going to come hang out with us in Vegas? You live in Vegas?
He should. He lives in Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Andrew,
He's
you
not
better
far
come
from
hang
me.
out with us in Vegas, buddy.
I got
He's not
married at
far
the
from
Little
me.
White Wedding Chapel. Where Brittany got married.
We got married in the, what was it called?
Got married in a
Chapel
Alley on
of-
Fremont.
I don't know.
hotter
It
than a
was in
pepper sprout.
Circus, actually.
Oh,
Hey,
okay.
Shane.
Oh,
Shane. Your secret lover is here.
hey.
Oh, Stanley.
Oh, no, wait, you got to put
Oh, now he
Big
wants to
Vic
show him
and
his six pack.
Mashville next to each other. They're going to be cuddling all the way to Vegas and
Yeah.
back.
I was gonna slide up. I need
That's
admit. I need admit. Shit.
That's just horrible. It's just
Wrong
horrible.
channel, Vic.
All right. There we
Brian.
go.
Mhm.
It's fitting that Shane Long has that picture.
Hey, it's Jake on his awesome avatar.
Those
Dallas, yeah.
That's a brony.
That's a
The
bromance.
brownie.
That's a
Oh,
brony.
it's-
Bro.
We're going to have a good
Bromance.
time. I'm there till Wednesday, Anthony. Once everything settles down, we'll go do something fun.
There you go.
Yeah.
God, you're there
Mhm.
till Wednesday.
Alone.
Once we don't have
above
to
and
like carry Vic everywhere.
Is Stanley gone yet?
Mhm.
beyond. Yeah, Stan's gone.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
gone
gone.
now.
Stanley's
I'm gone.
gone.
Try to carry my
He's
ass.
gone.
Once Vic and
Fun.
Stanley leave, Anthony, that's when the fun begins.
Oh.
Yeah, they'll be gone on Monday.
Shane,
So, you know.
Stanley's gone.
No.
Come
I
on
think
back
they
on.
leave Sunday.
No, he's not.
Get your ass back on here, Shane. You ain't scared of no damn
I think
Stanley.
Scotch Down Under should have gotten married in Vegas.
Hey, it was
Yeah,
cheaper
yeah,
for us to
sure.
get
I
married
think-
in Vegas than
I
it was
think-
here at home.
I think everybody should get married in Vegas because it adds to the depth and the romance, the intensity of the marriage. I think that's what it does.
Yeah, I'll see you in Vegas, bro. No, I don't want to marry her.
I'm not
I'll
marrying
see your
any
ass in
goddamn
Vegas.
buddy. I'm not marrying any goddamn buddy. I've done that 4 times. I'm good.
Whatever.
Yeah, you're
Eric,
I'm
you can
taking
say
someone
that,
with you.
but we know
Why?
you're a romantic.
I am a romantic, but I'm not bringing anybody with me.
Well, yesterday
said
you
no.
talked about
No.
focusing with you.
I was
She said
drunk
no?
But
yesterday.
we know you
I
want
was
to find
drunk
the one and
yesterday.
get married again.
I
Well,
ain't,
there's plenty there.
You know
I
you
didn't
And you're
want
say
high
shit.
today.
Eric's
What's
looking for number 5.
I ain't said shit to her about this. I woke up this morning and went, "Do not talk to her about going to Vegas."
Mas puto.
I told her you got a convention that weekend.
Hey, is
I'm
her
not
name
telling her
Cinco?
shit. No.
I got a legal convention that weekend. So.
Why does everybody call her Cinco? I don't know what that means. I don't speak French.
Yeah, I'm not bringing anybody I might accidentally marry while I'm there.
Mm.
Hey, Andrew Chance, send me your phone number at either on Instagram or at livewirewhiskey@gmail.com, and we'll make sure we text you so you can meet up with us.
Yeah.
If I show
And,
up with a girlfriend, somebody will convince her marrying me is a really good idea. I couldn't do it. But one of you motherfuckers will be like, "Oh no, you really should marry me. He's a great guy.
He's
He's a great guy.
We
You'll
couldn't
love
keep a
him."
straight face. Eric.
Stand up guy.
Yes, you
Eric, that's
could.
what everybody sits around talking about you. That's what we say.
No, you don't, but you do it when she was there. I'm saying this is different. I'm saying this is different, Saul. This is different.
Well,
You
do
would
that.
you would
We're
fuck
gonna
me over.
upsell you, Eric. We're gonna
You would-
upsell
Right.
you.
And from what Eric told us yesterday, all you gotta do is look directly at the point of their nose, and they'll think you're telling the truth.
Exactly.
Eric
Never
would be
break
like,
eye
I gotta go to the
contact.
bathroom, and he's gonna be looking at stall going. And Eric's gonna go to the bathroom. I'm gonna be like, that guy is a keeper.
That guy, you better latch on to him quick.
You better
Yeah.
Do you
grab
know how
him
rich?
and keep
Do you know
him.
how rich he is?
Ooh, that's better get your claws into that one.
Rumor has it he's hung like a horse.
I'm hung like Uranus, barely visible to the naked eye.
Like a button on a fur coat.
Yeah, I'm like a button on a fur coat. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Frankie's
All right,
excited
Rick's
to meet
back
you,
now.
Eric. She was very impressed with your Army record, by the way.
Well, and I'm impressed with hers.
She's like, of everybody, Eric, she's like, shit, man. He was in the Army. He was in Fort, whatever that is.
I went to
fort was that?
I went to air assault at Fort Campbell,
Yeah,
Kentucky.
Fort Campbell. She's like,
which is where she
I
was
was just in
stationed.
like, helicopter support school. He was like airborne.
I rappelled out of helicopters. I jumped out of airplanes. I did all the dumb shit.
And he was
because
sober.
stone cold sober.
Eric, I appreciate all the sacrifices you had to do to go through that, buddy. I really
You know
do.
what? You don't have to appreciate it. I did it because I wanted to do it. They helped pay for my college. I mean, I like it when people I like tell me that, but I didn't do this for anybody's appreciation. I did it because I didn't know what else to do with my life. That's the truth. And
The Army saved my wife's life. Honestly, it saved her. She
Yeah.
had no other
And,
choice.
my grandfather was a soldier during World War II. He wanted to be airborne, but he had flat feet. So I went to airborne school, and he got to tack my airborne wings on me after I got them, and then because I had told him I wanted my grandfather to do that, the guys at the people at the airborne school looked my grandfather up, and he got special orders. He got a special order to be airborne. After he had served all those years ago, they made him an airborne soldier. He was an honorary airborne soldier, and it was the coolest thing I've ever done in my life.
That's awesome.
My jump wings are on my grandfather's casket right now.
That's awesome,
I took them
man.
off
That's
and
pretty cool,
pounded them
dude.
onto his casket. But he put mine on, and then they made him an honorary airborne soldier. It was one of the greatest days of my life.
Holy shit, that is fucking stunning.
Yes,
That's
it is.
a good story, though, bro. That's a good
That
story.
is. That's awesome, man.
By the way, I just got a real quick
Cheers.
question now. To your grandfather.
Yeah, to your grandpa, Eric. Seriously.
My grandfather.
Mm-hmm.
My grandfather was an MP in World War II.
My grandfather built the air. My grandfather built the runway the Enola Gay took off of
Oh wow.
with
What'd you call me?
the atomic bomb.
Was he a
And
CB?
Army
Corps of Army
Engineers.
Engineers.
Corps engineers?
Corps of Engineers.
Yeah.
And my mom's dad started in the Navy, but he had a PhD in physics with a specialty in nuclear science, and they sent him out to Los Alamos, New Mexico. That's how my mom's people got here. My grandfather was on the
Manhattan.
Oppenheimer, the Oppenheimer project.
He was a Manhattan
Manhattan Project.
Yeah, he was a Manhattan Project. He built the bomb. My grandfather built the runway that the plane took off from.
Wow.
Cool, buddy.
And then my
So-
parents met and got my mom got pregnant on her 18th birthday in the back of a 1953 Buick.
Uh-huh.
Okay, too much information.
That's what I said. But my mom told me that, so you get to know it now too.
That's right.
Oh, by the way, I got a quick question. Who is that morose-looking motherfucker that's on the bottom of this screen? Is that Paul?
That's Big Vic, bro. What's up?
That's
Paul.
the fucking Shell
up,
Stanley
bro?
dude.
If anybody knows that line,
Yeah.
if anybody knows that line, it's from freaking Jay and Silent Bob. Look at this motherfucker right here. Bong.
Yeah, I got
What's up, Paul?
got some
What's up,
old
Paul?
Kirk. I got some Calumet 16, and I got some
Dicks.
little
Dickle.
Dicko. Well, Dicko.
I got a buddy over. He's not. He for some odd reason he likes his shit. So
Fuck that guy.
I like Dickel. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh my
Well,
gosh!
fuck
Look
you
at these
too.
people who
Don't
who
think-
Is that
got these-
Joe?
I think Dickel's is
They gotta have
terrible.
a little
as
Dickel
bourbon
in
things to do.
Hold on. Who was that in the screen with Paul?
There
Joe.
you go.
Oh, damn.
Damn.
Does the
Tim
dickle-
Robertson.
Did you see that?
Oh God!
And this isn't
dang,
live
man.
wire.
Does the dickle tickle?
I got to represent. So
Where's Joe?
Represent what?
you show
What are
you
you
show him.
representing
Tim.
exactly?
You show
Oh
him.
my
Oh.
God! Look at him. It's
Look at that. You show him,
it's
Tim.
independent.
Oh,
Dickel is Joe's favorite.
Wow. Pull up a seat there, IJ.
what's up, Joe?
Fuck Joe. Joe was supposed to be
How
at
come
my
you guys didn't
house,
come on
and then he goes to
Livewire?
somebody else's
Look at
house.
this
What a
shit.
piece of shit that guy
Did
is.
you have
Yeah.
Dickel staying at your house?
How about
Yeah,
special
dude.
guest star?
Wait a
You
minute.
didn't tell me that. You didn't tell me that, or I'd be there right now.
Oh, bullshit.
We got a special guest star here.
So,
See, hold on.
wait, I
Wow.
thought Paul, you live in Tennessee, I thought, right?
Yes. Yeah. Close to Chattanooga.
What, Joe, well, I knew you were going to Oklahoma or whatever for,
He went to. Didn't you go to Michigan?
oh, it's right. He went to Michigan too,
He
huh?
went to Michigan.
So
Joe
how
was
was,
a world traveler. There you go.
Bottled
Nice.
and bombed.
Is that the
whiskey.
11 or the 13?
This is the 11. This
The
is the
11
good one.
is good.
I can't even find the 11.
Well, I got the 13, and I say it's the good one.
Well, you have to say that.
I have an unopened 13.
Paul
Hey,
has
Mike.
a 13, and
The
it's
8
the good
isn't
one.
that bad.
Mike? Did you say you don't have an 11?
I don't.
Okay, I'll take care of it. I'll bring one.
Oh, that's right. You're going to Vegas, right?
Yeah, well, I just know a place that has 3 of them on the shelf right now. So
Oh,
But you're
my
coming to
grandfather
Vegas.
hard
grandfather
to
went
find.
island hopping across the Pacific with the U.S. Army Medical Corps of Engineers. My grandfather
was in the Air Force during the Korean War. Nice.
during the Korean War.
that's my grandfather was a Korean War.
You know what? That's very interesting to me because I used to watch MASH.
Suicide is
The
painless.
Korean, like, no, seriously. I mean, I joke, but it's
Brings
serious. Like,
on
MASH
many
made the
changes.
Korean War like super interesting.
And I can take or leave it if I might.
Oh, you guys
Oh
are
my
crazy.
gosh. I think I'm going
I
to need
wonder
some
who
Dick
Shane's
after that.
talking to at 12:45 in the morning.
So
It's a happy
you
ending.
got hardcore, you know.
So Anthony, on the still Austin, because I went ahead and pulled out. I finished a bottle about a month ago. Pulled out a new bottle and popped it. You can't. I think you're right. I don't think that for the $30 or the $30 between 30 and 34, depending on where you get it out here in California, that this is like you can't beat it for freaking the price.
Hold it. Hold that thing up.
That's what she said. Hold that thing up.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
It didn't
That's a
look the
good-looking
same. I was
bottle.
like, which one is that? Yeah.
That's the regular.
Yep.
That stuff is
That's-
crazy dark for
That's not
The
TV.
that's
musician.
not this. That's
No,
not
that's
this.
what
this
I'm
is the
drinking.
musician.
That's what I'm drinking now.
This
Right.
is what
That's
I'm
the other
drinking.
cat strength.
Yeah.
I'm on
Yeah,
the
that's
cast
what I'm
strength.
drinking now.
And here we go. Listen. Shh.
But for $30, holy crap, this is
America.
a good ass bottle.
America.
Right.
That's right.
America.
The pop
But-
on this quart
Holy
is
shit, that
amazing.
is a fucking stunning.
Every time.
But still, even on the cast strength, we were talking. these suckers are just dark.
I ain't lying. Look how
Yeah.
dark it is for 2 years.
I mean, holy
Crazy.
At least
crap.
it says at least 2 years.
This is at least 2 years. Most of them are closer to a lot of the ones that are coming, the cast strength ones are closer to 3 years to 3 years, 6 months.
Yeah.
There you go.
But the standard, they start bottling some of the standard at about 2 years, but there are a few of the bottles that left late last year that were closer to 3.
Yep.
Yeah, this one, and like you said, Eric said earlier, if you can get you really can't get a hold of an Iron Root Harbinger in case you can go secondary right now.
Yeah.
Because even the distillery's been out of it for over a month. They can't keep up with demand at all. Luckily, I had a bottle I finished, but I did just open another bottle a little bit ago. I bought about a year ago, and I got lucky and just found 2 on a shelf. But I have a friend that works for Iron Root that just moved, and I'm waiting for him to get situated before I can ask him when they're next. He just moved this weekend. I got to call him on Monday and find out when they're going to re-release some more Iron Root Harbinger.
I actually saw it on the shelf here a few weeks ago and looked at it, and now I'm kicking myself for not getting it.
Oh no.
Well, you have to make sure it's not the XC. The XC is 90 proof.
Right.
No.
Right. You need the 115. The 115
Harbinger is 115. Yeah.
Yeah, you want the 115. You don't want the XC because the XC's not even over 100 proof.
And the only major Texas distillery I haven't tried anything from yet is Andalusia, but they're more into single malts and some really obscure stuff. But between Balcones is for me still is the bottom of the barrel, but Still Austin and Iron Root are just like neck and neck. But Iron Root still wins in the end.
Well, I'm extremely happy with this Still Austin. I'm drinking cast strength now. I've had 3 or 4 pours of the straight bourbon today, and now this is my 5th one. And I tell you what, this has just been a great sipping night. I mean, I've just been sipping on this and enjoying it, and I'm getting fruit off of the cast strength now. But I mean, it's just a good all around pour. It definitely, you'll know it's a Texas whiskey because it has that peculiar little bit of a taste to it, but it's not off-putting. And I can't quite put my head on it. But
you know what it is?
It's how
what
it
I
tastes.
think. I think it's youth. You can taste youth, but the oaks taste so like it's so dark because the oak is in there. So it has that oaky taste of like an 8 or 9 year old, but it has that little astringent on the first part of it of like a 2 or 3 year old real young freaking whiskey. So it's kind of juxtaposing itself because it has that heavier oak compared to what you would normally hear in like a 4-year MGP. That's
I get that on this. Yeah, that Smoke Wagon Straight Bourbon whiskey. I mean, it's good, but I get that same flavor on that.
Yeah,
yeah.
I love this. The straight is my favorite of all of the Smoke Wagons, only because for me, I really like what if anybody knows what sarsaparilla is, what a real sarsaparilla is.
Yeah,
like real out of the barrel.
That's a real serious root beer. It's a real root beer.
Yeah,
that's what Smoke Wagon, the regular straight reminds me of. It has like this sarsaparilla, but it also has that like it has a little twinge on it.
Yeah, it's got that twinge on it. Yeah. There you go.
That's some good shit I think they charge too much for it. I think it's $20 too much.
$49.
Well, you got that for $40.
Whoa, that's a good price.
Oh, wait a second. Okay, where the hell did you get that for $49?
In Nevada.
In Nevada, when you come here.
Because it costs in California, it's between $69 and $79. It's the same price as freaking uncut unfiltered.
Yeah, no, it should not be.
Oh, I got
because it's not meant to compete with uncut unfiltered. It's meant to be that step. It's the straight bourbon, but of course, higher proof
that
will propel you to the uncut, unfiltered.
Yeah. It's
Yeah, I
not
like
bad.
it.
I've tried
It's
it.
good. It's really good for what it is, but freaking.
I really like the small batch.
Oh, the small batch for 100
That-
proof is excellent.
Yeah, that small batch is very good.
But it's
Caramely,
Calumet.
viscous,
Yeah, it's got some
good rye spice bite. Yep.
Yes.
Push some Calumet between those and see how it goes.
Look, the Calumet. Okay, I haven't had a. Okay, so I've had the Sam Houston
But that's
14 and the Calumet 14. I haven't had any of the 15s yet because I won a bottle from Women of Whiskey, so they're sending that to me. And then the Calumet 16, I just cannot pull the trigger on a $134 bottle that there's a lot of people. I mean, there's a lot of people I know that like it, but there's almost as many people that like it that don't like it that like it. The 15.
Come on.
But
this started out good and it got super oaky about 3 months open. Whew.
Oh, okay.
It was not good. At $125.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying is that freaking the price keeps on going up. It's like I would love to get all three of them, but I just if I'm going to pay $130, I'm probably going to go ahead and buy for $130 right now, I can go buy excuse me, Eric, but a Glen Scotia Victoriana cast strength and another $40 bottle.
Which one?
What's that?
Which Victoriana?
I just noticed the Glen Scotia Victoriana cast strength for $90.
Okay, because there's 4 versions
The
of it.
Cal 16 here is 158.
But it's like, yeah, so the Calumet is like 134, and it's like I don't know if I want to, because I mean, like I said, I love a rare characters. I could damn near buy 2 rare characters for $140. I hope Mike's texting and not diddling himself.
Oh, here's one for.
Fuck's sake, Eric, wake the fuck up.
Hey guys, I'm gonna check out. I got to go to work in the morning.
All right, sir.
Hey, I got to check out, Anthony.
Y'all have a good
Appreciate
one.
you, buddy.
Hey,
All right.
appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Cheers.
Hey, see you, Paul.
Oh, he says goodbye to Paul, but none of the rest of us. Okay, I see.
No, that's right.
I thought he was just messing with me, but I guess he was messing with everybody. So.
No, he's got a lot of shit going on. He's got a lot of shit going on right now. So.
Yeah, he's got a pack.
Where'd Stahl go?
He said he had to take off, do something, so to take care of some stuff. You were on last night. You know what's been going on. So.
Yep.
No, freaking. So yes, Anthony, I'm going up there I'm going to go ahead and ride up with Vic as far as I know. I forgot to call him today. So yeah, I'll go up with Vic on Friday, and we'll be whenever Vic decides I feel like leaving, then we'll leave on Sunday. So
I'm gonna head out too.
All right.
So I will see you all later.
Not unless we see you first.
Well, I'll probably see you first, but we'll talk later. Bye.
Not Eric.
Sure.
But I tell you what, this is one of the best purchases I've made this year. This Still Austin, as far as Texas whiskey goes, because like I said, now I own 2 of them, so I'm happy with it. So this is my. Yeah. I've had 5 pours between the 2 tonight, and it's just good. So you can just sit here and just sip this shit.
Yeah, oh yeah. Freaking Vic's gonna give me a sample of it before I go and buy a bottle, but I've heard that Saints Alley is really good. That's it's an Iron Root and Liquor Hound collaboration.
What am I giving you, bro?
The Saints Alley Armagnac or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That and I think I have the cognac as well.
Okay. So I was going to get a sample from Vic, and then because they're $79. The Armagnac 79, the Cognac 72, and then the rum cask is 64, I believe. So it's like I just want to buy one of the. I was thinking about buying one of the bottles because I do like Iron Root, but it's like there's some other bottles that have been. See, they just opened this brand new Total Wine down the street here in San Dimas, and they got shit I've never seen in a Total Wine before. So I'm like, damn, I can't go by there, but like if I go by there more than once a week, I'm gonna end up being freaking. I'll be living in a box, but I'll have a damn fucking awesome shelves of whiskey inside my box.
Phrasing.
Yes, I was thinking exactly the same fucking thing.
Phrasing. Mm-hmm.
That's right. Bourbon went to Michigan too, didn't he?
Not that I know of.
Oh, I thought he was going.
No, I think he stayed in New York.
Oh, okay. I mean, I know he was on Friday. I know he was on Friday night, but I wasn't sure if he was just going. Put those guns away, bro.
They're registered with the state, so they're good, Ben.
Ben doesn't know about registering guns in New York.
Damn it, Anthony. You had to pick this bottle. America. Yeah, this is one of those bottles that if I opened it up, if I'd opened it up yesterday, I'd probably be killing it this evening. So
you know what's funny? I said I keep getting fruit on this, and I'm not sure what it is, but it's a
palate?
Sweet.
On the nose or the palate?
On the nose. Not like a peach or plum, but I can't figure it out. You got your caramel and everything else on it. I'm on the cask strength, but I got it also on the straight. But now that I'm like, holy smokes. Oh, JD, cheers.
G'day, JD.
It's not
more
freaking
drams this week. Holy shit. Well, don't worry. Ken and I'll make up for what you don't have. With his G&T, well, I'll switch to Scotch.
See, now you got me messed up now, Anthony. Because I smell it, but it's not, like you said, it's not peach, it's not apricot. It's not peach, it's not freaking plums.
What the hell is it? But it's
not
nice.
It's not fleshy fruit, but it's not pine. When you said super sweet, I thought I started thinking about super sweet stuff, and the only thing I was coming up with was pineapple or mango, but that's not. Because the pineapple, if it was pineapple, it would smell like
your brain go.
What the flying fuck is that shit?
Exactly, Ken. I can't figure that out.
It's like almost like freaking.
Well, not licoricey, but ripe. It's
super ripe raspberries or something, like super ripe freaking.
Raspberries.
Like something like super ripe, like when it's like super sugary. The point where it's right before it starts the rotting process is when it's super sugary. It's almost crystallizing. It's like raspberry, boysenberry, that type of super dark berry sugar.
Yeah, but it's very good. I mean, but I know the Twizzler that Northwest is talking about, not strawberry, because you made me think for a moment, but no.
It's like just the generic cherry Twizzler type sweetness.
I don't know, but it's just one of those things. It's a fruit. It's
Yeah, at 3:00 tomorrow morning, you'll wake up and go, "It's this."
Yeah. On my way to the dentist in the morning before work. Yeah.
You're like, fuck, it's fucking that.
But that's when I do remember shit. It's like when I'm totally not thinking about it, totally doing something else. All of a sudden, oh shit, that's what it is. Boom. Then when I want to tell you, yeah, shit, I already forgot it.
Yep.
Already forgot it. It's what happens when we get older, right, Brian?
Yep.
We're the same age.
Walk in a room, Brian, and go, what the hell did I even come in here for? I do it every day. I have to walk back out. My wife says, "What's the matter?" I go, "I don't know." And she goes, "What are you talking about?" I go, "Well, I don't know. I walked in a room for something." I'm like, "I don't know. Don't remember what I walked in there for." Shit. That's a daily
thing. Worst case scenario in this case there, Anthony, is that you have the bottle. I'm bringing Glencairn, so worst case scenario, we can always sit there with a bottle on Las Vegas Boulevard and go back and forth and try to figure out what that berry is before the bottom of the bottle.
Hey, I'll bring them. I have no problem with it. I'll bring them.
This problem.
What the fuck is my name?
Didn't hear it.
What the fuck is my name?
What the fuck is my name?
Yep.
If I knew that, I'd tell you what the name of this
Jelly
fruit
belly
is.
raspberries and blackberries candy.
Yeah, JD puts like Jelly Belly raspberries and blackberry candies.
It's something along that line. I mean, I don't know, but it just, I don't know. I don't know, but I like it. That's all that counts. I like it.
Yep.
Mm.
All right, gentlemen, it's one here. Gotta call it a night.
Yep. One the Arvo here. I better fucking do some work.
I'll
You're
see you
do some
guys.
work. Wow, Ken, come on.
Yeah, I know. It's
I mean,
fucking Monday and shit.
It's late to be saying that.
Yeah,
But Vic,
I don't have work to do, but I'm out.
well, just hold on to my bottles.
Brian.
I'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Yep.
Sounds
See you, gents.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers.
God, I can't
So,
believe I went both bottles. Old Elk and that Woodford.
Mm-hmm.
Which
Yeah.
Yeah,
Woodford?
it was like roll, Anthony, roll, Anthony, roll, Anthony.
Yeah.
Hey.
And a Glencab.
All that for $10
Yeah.
too. What the hell?
But I put
Hell yeah.
$10
It's
in
fucking
good shit.
$10 he spent in a long time.
You know? Hey,
I put it-
Z-Man. Cheers, man.
Z-Man.
What Woodford did you give away last night, Vic?
A wheat.
Oh, okay.
Once we decided it was wheat.
Yeah. Obviously, I was hammered.
Wheat,
I'll say
rye,
it says it.
what the
It
hell? It's a
literally
Woodford.
says it right on the front of the bottle, but okay.
I wasn't reading it.
That's right.
We weren't reading that shit.
Yeah, I wasn't reading that shit, man. What the fuck?
Hell no. He wanted to get that shit out of his closet.
Damn. I was just sitting there, I'm going like, I would tell you what I mean, because maroon is wheat, blue is freaking their goofy ass malt, and green is rye, and then they have the regular Woodford freaking
Brown
shitty
label.
brown labels for everything else.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
Don't
I
ever
got
drink
shit
it.
last night.
What's that?
I got shit last night because I called it a fucking rye.
Well, I wasn't going to bust your bubble, but once you put it up like the second time and I noticed the color of the strip, I knew it wasn't a rye, but you were calling it a rye, so I kept calling it a rye.
Fuck it.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, who knows? Maybe it's like ST1. What's really bad is that 10 years from now, we'll all be talking about this shit in some way, shape, or form. And every time somebody brings up something that they thought was a rye, it's always going to be ST1. Because dude, it's a fucking rye. I don't give a shit if he thinks if it came from the same batch. They're Shane. It's a fucking rye. I'm waiting for him to pop back on and tell me shut the fuck up.
Oh, he's waiting for the appropriate time. Either that
Oh,
or
yeah,
he
that's
passed
it.
out.
Oh, he passed out. Yeah.
No, but
too
yeah, I'm
much
out.
dragon
I gotta
bone.
go to work tomorrow morning. So
All right,
Yeah.
man. We will
Cheers,
see
y'all.
you.
All right,
Cheers,
see you,
Vic.
see you.
Yep.
Yep, I should be going and doing some work. Pay some bills.
So did you go to Michigan, Paul?
I want.
No, no. The only kind of meetup I'm doing in September is when Chris and Lil come to Lexington. But I was just catching for Joe to come down and go down to South Georgia. He has to drive right through my town because I-75, one of the main hubs out this way, pretty much goes from Michigan all the way down to I think Miami. So, but it comes through my little town. So he just stopped by, got a steak dinner, and
Fuck
now we're
yeah.
just here harassing you wonderful people. So
That would make Ken want to stop. That's for damn sure.
Fuck yeah.
No,
Yeah. Steak on the Barbie? Yeah, he's all for that.
Yep, sign me the fuck up.
Holy
Just
shit,
no,
that is a
just no
fucking
shrimp
stunning.
on the Barbie. No shrimp. on the
Oh, there you go. Nice fucking T-bone. Oh, yeah.
That is
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Spuds in the foil. That's the shit.
So who cooked that up?
I did. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Now what's that bacon wrapped
Fuck yeah.
round?
Bacon wrapped
That's fun.
jalapeno.
Oh, those are so
jalapenos.
damn good.
I thought it
Yeah,
was
cream
potato.
cheese and
Yeah,
cheddar
nice.
cheese and stuff. Oh yeah, man.
Oh,
Some
those
stuffed
bacon wrapped
mushroom.
jalapenos.
It was a
Oh, my.
7-course meal.
Yeah.
Did you put any
So-
cheese in them?
Oh yeah, cream cheese and then I top it with cheddar cheese before I wrap the bacon.
Oh, amazing, aren't they?
Oh yeah.
Oh
It's-
yeah.
It's my go-to to razzle and dazzle my guests that come. So
So
had to break out the big guns.
yeah, so the next when you get a chance, Paul, when you get a chance, Paul, the next time when you make those, try batter dipping them and then
Okay.
frying them. They call them Texas Twinkies.
All right. Yeah, I've heard of
They're
that.
they're freaking amazing. I mean, they're already amazing with the bacon wrap and everything else. Put on the smoker, but then after it's like all smoked, you put it, you dip it, and then you freaking
Yeah.
quick fry it,
I mean,
and they call it a Texas Twinkie. It's freaking amazing.
Nice, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna have to try that out. Yeah, I've heard of it. I never pulled the trigger. I've seen it on TV, but I've never seen it like actually made.
Yeah, there's a couple versions of it. The one I can't remember. I'll have to find it. I watched it the other day. But the guy that does the cowboy, he's like got the whole cowboy setup outside, freaking with the wagon and the whole 9 yards. I can't remember his damn name. But he's on YouTube. He's been on there for years, freaking from like from day one. He's the one that does all the old West type fucking burying
Cowboy
shit in the ground, cooking it and stuff, cowboy cooking.
Okay.
He just
yeah.
he put out a video he had a video like about 6 months ago
Oh,
about
I know
Texas.
the guy you're talking about.
Yeah,
he does it.
there's a bunch of different videos, but his is the one that's like he teaches you how to basically cook them when you ain't got a barbecue. So if you got a barbecue and you got all the stuff you need to do it, that make it easier for you and quicker for you. But he does that shit in like what's it called, Dutch ovens and shit, and it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
some amazing shit right there.
Oh, Dutch oven cooking? Holy smokes! I mean, I ate crepes cooked
Just
off
not
the
the
lid of
other-
the Dutch oven.
just not the
You'd
other
have think
Dutch
you
oven.
got it from a restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were amazing.
Nice.
Pineapple upside down cake in a Dutch oven. Apple cobbler, actual 2-layer cake, and the cake itself was baked in a Dutch oven. I never thought about doing that until I went to a camping event many years ago when I was in scouting, and they did that, and I'm like, holy smokes, I would have never thought to put cake in there. But you can put the whole cake pan in there, and you just put them on some lids for like when you can or vegetables or something, and that gives it that little bit of space. Just set your cake pan in there, put the lid on it, wrap it around the coals, and then check it about every 15 minutes. Unbelievable. Perfect cake. Let it cool. Put your frosting on it. Man.
I would have never thought of that.
Me either. But
And
you take
the
lids for the canning, you would screw on there, and you just set about 3 of them in there. Then you put your batter in the round cake pan, and then you just drop it in there, and it sets on top of those lids, and it keeps it about yay far off of the bottom, but allows the hot air to circulate around it like a convection oven.
Nice.
Bingo.
Oh yeah.
Unbelievable. Yeah, I would never have thought about that trick. But your stews and roasts and stuff in a crock pot, yeah, absolutely. Soup in a crock pot, but not baking. And you can bake anything in a crock pot. I just like, holy smokes. Now I'm hungry for it because I'm talking about it.
Yeah, the only people that don't like Dutch ovens are wives, but those are a special kind of Dutch oven.
That's what I was going to say. That's a different kind of Dutch oven. That's the one.
That's the kind of Dutch ovens I'm a master at.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm well trained in that.
You eat a few of those special rations from the military, like the MRE, you become a master very quickly.
No, that's the opposite. That shit blocks you up.
Well, yeah. Or in a few days, dude, it'll move you quicker than X-Lax.
Yeah.
So I've been trying a little bit more towards because when I've been doing these lives last few weekends, I've not paid attention to how much I'm drinking. Just been just pouring an ounce here, an ounce there, and then you realize later on you're 15 ounces in, and luckily you're near your bed so you can fall onto it. So I've kind of been getting away from, I'll have a couple pours off to the side, but I'm trying to come up with some different cocktails. So it's something I can still drink. I'm still drinking a little bit of whiskey, but it takes a lot longer to drink a cocktail normally than just drinking an ounce or two of freaking whiskey.
You know what? It doesn't take Ken long to drink a G&T.
No,
I don't think I've never had a gin and tonic. I've had gin one time and I didn't really like it, so never really got into the gins. But
you
tonight,
I've seen some of Ken's collection, that's for sure, because it's making me want to go back to it.
So tonight,
it just so happens he reaches out and pulls a bottle of gin up.
He's got them all around it. If you ever, well, you can't.
Got some Whitney and
That's
Nail.
the one I was thinking of.
Blood orange. This is fucking delicious.
And Anthony's been around enough to know that if he ever does the overshot of what's on his table, that there's gin, there's all everything in the world.
Fuck yeah.
Tobermory makes gin too.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. There's 3 of them.
Okay, because I have a 23. I have a 23-year-old Tobermory Scotch.
I was going to say, still Austin makes gin too.
A lot. I mean, I noticed that St. George, a lot of these upstart distilleries. Well, St. George's been around a long time, but they started out in gin and vodka, and then worked their way towards American single malts and vatted malts.
It's pretty common. It's pretty common for a distillery when they're first starting off. They'll make vodka, they'll make gin, and then some of them continue on while they're aging.
Yeah, but I went over to the gin area today. I was just looking around for mixers and stuff like that. And usually at Total Wine and stuff, it's usually gin and mixers on the same aisle. So I started noticing that.
Yeah, you funny, JD. You funny.
St. George Pachods or Pachods, or however you want to say it. A lot of these companies that I didn't know that were into especially the Pashouts who were into the bitters, into the mixture stuff, they actually have their own line of gins. I didn't realize that they had gins. Some of them have even more vodkas. I saw some stupid ass vodka, the most stupid ass vodka I've ever seen in my life. The freaking Astro Pop vodka by freaking Smirnoff. I was like, who needs freaking a vodka that tastes like freaking Astro Pops? What the fuck is that?
Fuck.
So Astro Pop is that red, white, and blue pop.
Oh
Freaking-
yeah. Now I know what you're talking about. Popsicle.
So now they have like the Astro Pop version of freaking Smirnoff's vodka. They've got Svedka has got what is it called? Rocket Pop. They call it Rocket Pop, but now that's the new flavor that everybody's coming out with. And I'm like, why flavor? Why do you need to come out with new flavors of vodka? Because oh god, yeah, I'm just not a vodka guy, I guess.
Well, that's not real vodka. That's just shit. You got to get real vodka.
So yeah. I had a 45-minute conversation on Messenger today with somebody in the Instagram whiskey community about a certain company that does flavored whiskeys that has a lot of people have shit on, called Good Times. And they just announced the TTB. They just released a TTB label for Good Times Amberana. And I made a comment on the post that said, "Oh, where do they get Amberana flavoring to put in their whiskey? Because nobody's ever heard of a raspberry brandy that you can get a barrel from to finish whiskey in. But they have a raspberry finished whiskey."
Oh, single barrel, nice.
That's what I'm going to pour next.
Albany.
Yep.
I've had 4 or 5 pours of bourbon. Now it's switched to a little civilized.
I reckon you should pour that Pete Wheat.
Ah, I knew you were going to say that. So,
for what?
He's making me switch.
Why? What'd you get? What's that?
This is
Pete Wheat.
Week of Pete. The 2003 vintage.
Yeah, that's the old one.
Yes.
I'm not a Pete. I'm not a Pete fan, so.
Oh. Yes.
Well, let's put it this way. I'll see you in a couple of weeks, Anthony, and see if you can change my mind. But I'm not I mean, is it like, okay, are we talking Lagavulin Pete, or are we talking...
No, this is Highland Pete. This is not Isla, so this has got no...
So this is more Highland Park level of Pete? Like a Highland Park level of Pete?
It's different to that. It's like smoky ash kind of... It's good.
It's good. Smoky ash.
Yeah.
It's good.
Did you say smoky ass? Yeah, that sounds great. Let me get a whole for
ash.
There
okay,
we go.
So
wait for it.
So I'll say a smoke on a magnet. A smoke on a magnet.
Now that was a bottle pop right there.
That was a pop.
So where does it sit between smoke on a magnet and smoke on a Ugadal? Is it like middle of the road?
It's nothing like an Oogie. It's nothing like any Isla. It's completely different.
Okay.
Island Pete.
So the only thing I could tell you,
just tell me it's not campfire, and maybe it's got a shot.
Band-Aids and hate.
No, it is campfire.
Yeah,
but there's no iodine.
No,
it's different.
No.
Well, when I say campfire, I'm talking about High West campfire. So I don't know if you ever had that camp. So.
Oh my gosh, this is heavenly, heavenly.
You wait till you sip it.
All right, I'm gonna go get my favorite scotch right now.
I just poured a little sip here. It's got a nice color to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn you, Ken! I wasn't drinking scotch tonight.
Oh,
You are now.
oh, that malty goodness, that sweetbread smell I
Yep.
get is just delicious. But you're a bad influence, Ken. Ken forced me. Yeah, it's Ken's fault. I'm telling you, it's the wife standing over there. She's like, you couldn't wait to open that. I said, it's Ken's fault. I was going for the other one.
Hell yeah.
So my new favorite Scotch right now is.
Oh, I thought you were
Del
going to
Winnie?
pull up Monkey Shoulder for a second there. Del Winnie, is that the 12? Oh, the 15. I looked at that today.
15. Yep, Del Winnie 15 is nice. Nice honey
Yeah.
light malt.
Yeah, see, so when I bought this bottle, I bought it at a Trader Joe's, and it was $49. And then I went to buy a second bottle after I finished the first bottle at a Bevmo, and Bevmo was like $81. I'm like, so I started looking it up online, and everybody sells it for $79 to $89. I'm like, but I got it for $49 at Trader Joe's. So then I went back to Trader Joe's a few weeks later when they got a new shipment in, bought 3 bottles at $49 because why would I pay $81 for if I can get it for $49? And then I really like this, and I still Glendronach 15 Revival is still like, God damn it!
I gotta go. I gotta visit. See you guys. Yeah.
It's good. Very good. Man, is this good.
Iodine and hate. Yeah, but iodine and hate can't stand for a lot of scotches.
But I don't get that. You know what I'm saying? When I first started into peated scotch, I got it. But yeah, I do not get that. This is sweet smoke. You know, it's not what I originally got when I first tasted a peated scotch, to where I wanted to run my tongue across the frickin' carpeted floor in the middle of a mall to get that stuff off of my tongue. Really,
Well,
this is amazing.
I told you what my first peated scotch, well, the first peated scotch I had was, right? Somebody said, "Hey, this is the best peated scotch you can get." I'm like, "Oh, okay, I'll try it." It was a Lagavulin 16.
That's good peated scotch, but you have got a powerhouse in peat, and
Yeah.
that will turn anybody. So that's the point where you're either going to like it right then and there, or you're going to go, "That's awful."
I freaking straight hated it, and freaking I stayed away from peated scotch for over like a year and a half from that. And then somebody's like, "Well, try some of it," and then I started getting some of these other,
the Highland Park. The Highland Park.
The Magnus, the Highland Park Magnus, the Highland Park 12, and it had just a little bit of smoke. The Jura Superstition, just a little bit of smoke.
Oh yeah,
and
that will help you. Hey,
so
Gert, this is what I'm working on.
What does it mean to be a peat week?
They only do peat for 1 week. Other than that, they don't make peated scotch. So it's a very limited release, very limited run.
Nice.
So there's a thing in Scotland where a bunch of different distilleries do special runs, and other distilleries that don't normally do peat will do one peated bottle for the year. Balvenie has made it into an actual like whole week where they have like a little, not say festival, but if you visit during peat week, there's like little celebrations, little place you can go, and they have events and stuff during the week because it's the only week that they bring in peat and everything else to smoke their malt to create the peat week, the next year's peat week scotch, or the next release of. So it's like this whole thing. It's like a rotation. 1 week a year, you get them this little festival, and then that will become, however many years down the road, will be that peat week's release.
Oh, they're good. And I agree. I agree with what Z-Man said. Need a buy one get one deals in whiskey.
You can get. I mean, if you pay attention, sometimes at like
Cheers, James.
at a Bevmo, or if you're like one of those, even at, they don't really have a buy one get one, but you can get a lot of really good deals if you're. I hate to say it, if you're a member, if you're in a club for Total Wine or something, it's the point system there sucks, but some of those Spirit Selects where certain bottles are still under, they're not Total Wine products, but like they're under that Spirits Direct, and you can go and buy, like, you buy one for $50, you get $25 off the second bottle and stuff like that. If you're a member of like Total Wine and stuff, then you start getting those coupons. They can add up. I mean, and also if you like wine, I would tell anybody that likes wine, Total Wine and Bevmo, make sure you're in their freaking little clubs, because you can get so many good ass wines for cheapest. I'm not a wine person, but every time it comes time for like somebody's birthday or something, I know they like wine, I can go in and buy a whole case of wine. It costs me damn near next to nothing because it's buy one get one free, or buy one get one for 5 cents. And so, but I know that like I get I can't remember what it was the last thing I got though at Total Wine, where I bought one and I got $15 off the next bottle. I want to think it was my Glenmorangie freaking the Quinta Rubon. I think I bought one and I got the second one for $15 off. And it was just because I got a coupon. So
I can only imagine what this Balvenie Peat Week is going to be like after about a week or so, because I think it's pretty damn good right now. And I think the ABV is 46 or 48. 48.3 is the ABV on that. That is really nice. Has a very good flavor, nice viscosity to it. A good balance of smoke, sweetness with a little bit of that sea salt. The ocean spray is what people like to say on it. Really nice. Really nice. Yeah, really nice on the nose, really nice on the palate. Getting fruitiness, and that's not unusual with a Scotch. That's for sure.
yeah, I think that I'm right now. I'm thinking about moving a little bit more towards buying Irishes and Scotches right now, because bourbons and ryes are starting to get a little, I don't know, stale to me. People come out with new releases of, okay, this is this year's release of whatever, but it's nothing that's majorly different from last year's release, but they've added $5 to the price. And it's like, you know what? I'm getting to the point now where $70 bottle of Scotch, $70 bottle of whiskey. I've got 200 bottles of whiskey and like 15 bottles of Scotch. Maybe I can get a couple extra Scotch bottles to add to the collection. My Irish and my Japanese collection, I'd like to expand that some more. So unless it's something that's like really over the top, like I do want to kind of get a Calumet 16. I am looking forward to the new Jack Daniel's releases in September. I mean, at the end of September, beginning of October. They just announced another one this morning. If you look at Coming Whiskey on the TTB from from Sunday, I don't know how he got it. He put it out today. There's another new Jack Daniel's release that's coming out. So it's like one of those things where some of the special release stuff, like I really would like to somehow get a hold of like an ASW Amberana or a John J. Bowman or a Isaac Bowman Cask strength. Some of those ones I'd really like to get a hold of, but I think I'm working more towards trying some other international whiskeys, like some Amrut from India.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
And then I don't know if you ever heard of High Coast, but they're from Sweden. They have 3 releases here in the States called Dalve, which I have, which is really good. And then they have Berg, which is, I got a sample from this Fancies, which is really good. And they're all single malt whiskeys, but I mean, they're scotches. It's not being called. It can't be called Scotch. And then the other one's called Hav, which is the next bottle I'm going to go get. But I started noticing that with Sweden, there's been a lot of Scotches from Sweden showing up at Total Wines and stores now. A lot of other international single malts. So that's my new thing and American single malts too. I kind of want to get into Americans more into it. I got a Westward and a Westland right now, but I kind of want to get in some of those American single malts now too. Do you have?
This is good. I'm gonna have to get just another little taste of that Belvini Week Pete.
Did you get
just another little taste of it?
Did you get the Westward? Did you get the Westland? The Westland from Mash and Drum. That Randy Savage.
Cheers, man. Nice to see you.
Hey,
nice to see you, man. How are you? Hope all is well there.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, very nice to see him pop in.
So, are you into any scotches there, Paul?
Yeah, I've been getting into. I've got the Lagavulin 16 and 9 year, and I have the Ardbeg Wee Beastie, and I have the Ardbeg 10.
That 10, the Wee Beastie's great, but now that you're into the 10, you might as well not even go to that.
The only reason I still have it is because I haven't finished it yet.
That's all right. It's a good one to give somebody who wants to experience peat. It's not overpowering in the 5, and it's a good one to give them, or a Highland Park 12.
Okay.
That has it's lighter than the Wee Beastie.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got a sample of Springbank 18 sent to me by Women of Whiskeys, and that was a heck of a pour.
Yeah.
I can't get as crazy as I have with the bourbon and the rye whiskeys and stuff like that with the Scotch. My bank account won't allow it, and I just
our bank account doesn't allow it with bourbon either. But
But I like to have that little bit of mixture. I got a little bit of Irish whiskey and a little bit of Scotch.
Did you ever pick up any of that Limavady yet?
No.
Irish?
No. Just I've got a green spot, a yellow spot, and a red breast 12.
So if you see this, I think I've shown it to a few people, but
I don't think I've ever seen that.
So this is good. I know there's not much left, but I already have a backup. So it's going for about $50, $55. I'm buying it for 30, in Arizona. So I'd say if you can find it for about the $40 price range, it's a definite buy.
Okay.
Yeah. If you like the PX or the Pedro Jimenez sherry cask finish, and it's not a bad proof at 92 proof.
Yeah, it kind of looks darker for an Irish whiskey.
Yeah. It's because it's finished in that Pedro Jimenez cask, but it's 92 proof, and a lot of the Irish whiskeys are, 80.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But really good, as you can tell. Whoops. Almost.
Is it worth? So it's worth the $60, whatever it is, at Total Wine.
No, do not pay 60.
Okay.
Yeah, don't pay 60. And it's a glass stopper. So one thing I've learned, you got to get your thumb under that sucker to get it off. But it's a nice bottle too to use as a decanter later.
Yeah.
For something. Really
by the way, 1318 Shelby. It's the new Jack Daniel's release. Just so you know, is a toasted pecan. So it's a toasted pecan barrel or whatever they're finishing it in. That was announced this morning. He popped it up there a little bit. It was popped up there a little bit ago. The Berg is really good. Down by the Dram. The Berg is really good. I mean, I wouldn't say surprised by Swedish single malt whiskeys, but damn, every one I've tasted has been freaking great. I would love to find out some more about a lot of the Swedish whiskeys and see what I could find and try them out and get them out to start getting out samples to people, let them explore it with me. But Paul, you got to send me. Hit me up on Messenger, _Mashbill, or go on IG and just go _Mashbill. Hit me on Messenger and send me an address and stuff, and then I gotta put together some. I'll put together some scotch, and I got some Nika, and I got a couple of little Japanese, and some stuff I could send your way. Let you taste some of the other stuff.
Awesome, man. I'm more than happy. I appreciate it.
Don't inhale when you're drinking. Oh.
Well, we generally learn from our mistakes, Stan.
Yeah, fuck me. You can laugh, guys. You're allowed to.
Got to crawl before you walk.
Well, then we're definitely going to have to talk. Yeah, Dan by the Dram, we're definitely going to have to talk, sir.
But, oh. Yeah, it's forgot. It is morning for him. I wasn't thinking about that until James just said something.
Yeah, but it's morning for James, too. So
Well, it is. Yeah, he's having a little spot of breakfast.
It's morning for me too, so.
Well, that's true.
So, Anthony, isn't it like a law in England that you have to drink scotch or some sort of whiskey with breakfast, or else they fine you for it or something?
You'd have to ask James about that.
That Dalwhinnie is freaking so good.
Isn't it? When you find something like that, especially at a hell of a good price. Yeah, exactly, Stan.
See, because I had the Game of Thrones Dalwhinnie, and it's a 12-year, and I liked it, but I really loved the Glendullan Singleton. But the Game of Thrones bottles have gotten more and more scarce now, because now it's been a few years now that everybody clears them out and stuff. And so I said, you know what, I'm gonna go get a regular Singleton 10-year, and it wasn't the same. It was all right, but then I got this Dalwhinnie 15-year. I'm like, God, that's so much better than that 12-year, and that 12-year was good. And then to get it for that price, I'm like, I hope that Trader Joe's never runs out.
Yeah, especially at $49.
Yeah, and then I just went today, and I didn't pick it up, but I think I'm gonna go back tomorrow. They have a 10-year Stoisha from Alexander Murray. So that's one of those Stoishas, or one of those ones that you don't find very often. Scotches. So I think I might just go back. It's like, I want to say it's $30, so I think I might just go back and get it.
Hey, if you like it, you like it. That's what you get.
Yeah, I don't know if I like it or not, but I was sitting there going, it's a Stoisha. The Stoisha scotches are kind of hard to come. Not say hard to come by, but they're few and far between. They're not really super expensive, but I like to at least try. I want to try stuff from different regions. Like, I love Highlands. I love Speyside. Yep. Some people don't like Jura. I like Jura. I think that the oatmeal part of it, the oatmeal adds to what it is. Which, okay, I call it oatmeal. Some people call it grainy, but it's basically, to me, like it has an oatmeal taste to it, and I don't mind it. It's actually pretty. I like it. It's different, but I kind of want to get into Campbellton's and some of the other regions and see, expand my Scotch horizons.
Well, I tell you what, I'm expanding mine right now with this peat weekend. It is amazing.
I don't think Belveni makes a bad freaking whiskey. I haven't had one yet that has been bad. I mean, there's some that I don't particularly care for. I don't know about the peat week. I'd have to try it to find out whether I really would like it. But that like 12-year double wood, the 17 years freaking, the 17 years awesome. The tune, I've had a sample of that, and that's really freaking great. But I can't bring myself to spend $200 on a bottle of Belveni right now. And that's if I get it at retail. I think it's $199 at Total Wine right now. The Tune Port was it the latest release. It's either $199 or I think it's $199 or it's like $249, but I know it's like right around between $200 $250. But there's these other ones called Krieg Isle. I don't know if you've seen those in the Total Wine. Everybody keeps on telling me those are great peated scotches, but you don't want one that's too old because they're like super peated.
Yeah, well, it depends on what you like.
Oh yeah, one right there.
Yeah. And this is good. It's non-age stated, but it has a nice malt sweetness. It has a nice peat, and it's $40.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't beat it. I'm going to say it's maybe 5-year-old. Maybe.
Have you got any smokeheads then?
No, not yet. Not yet. But this is another one I'd tell you to pick up from Total Wine.
Let me get Scarabus.
Yep. Yep. Really good.
Yeah, I got the Featherly
for like $35.
Yeah, I got the Featherly a couple weeks ago. The other, it's not a Total Wine brand, but it's one of the ones you don't see anywhere else but at Total Wine.
Yep.
But I got the Featherly Scotch. It's a blend. I think it's a really good blended Scotch. I mean, it's not Duncan Taylor blended. It's not like an 18-year Duncan Taylor, but it's a really good blended Scotch. It's, it's obviously not. It's not Green Label Johnny Walker either, but it's still pretty good. But it's only $39, so it's like you can't really bitch about that. And then
the Green Label Johnny Walker is a 15-year-old blended Scotch, but they're all single malt Scotches: Talisker, Kalia, Correggamore, and I'm drawing a blank. Hold up, I got it.
Well, it's mostly Coila. That's the largest part of it is Coila.
That's it. That's it. Kalia.
So most
I always forget that one.
Most of the Johnny Walkers, when if there is any kind of smokiness to it, if you look at the blend, it's majorly Coila compared to everything else they blend with it. Coila is like one of their main freaking ones they blend with, and then they add in and then they have the Talisker, and they have and they're different. Like Double Black is mostly Coila. Freaking Blue is, I want to say, something around 30% Coila, something like that. I can't remember what the exact blend, but I know Coila is a big part of Johnny Walker, their blend. But I still haven't. Have you bought a Coila yet? Because I haven't bought one yet.
No.
But I'm interested in the one. But the Craggamore,
that's going to be peated. That's definitely going to be peated.
The Craggamore and the Craigele, those are the ones I'm kind of looking at right now.
The Craigele?
Yeah, Craigele and the Craggamore.
Yep.
Because
the 13 on that one is the one.
They've been very affordable on the shelf at Total Wine, and also I was looking at Scapa today, and trying to think what the other one is. Royal Brackla They have a 12-year for like $75. So I'm thinking maybe trying out a Royal Brackla. But there's so many scotches I want to try, but it's kind of like pulling the trigger on, sometimes a $90 to $150 bottle, knowing that it's scotch. It's what the price is going. It's a going price. It's not like they're boosting the price up with Total Wine. But I told today I kind of got myself in trouble at Total Wine in San Dimas. Luckily, they didn't kick me out because this guy was talking about Macallan 18, one of their Total Wine guys, to somebody that didn't know anything about scotches. They were looking for a scotch for their son. And he's like, well, do you know any of the scotches he has? And they're naming off like Ben Riach. He has a Ben Riach 10. Do you know? And he didn't ask if it was a smoky one or anything like that. I said, okay. So I'm sitting there and I'm listening while I'm doing this and looking around. And they're like, oh yeah, and he has a Bowmore, and he has a bunch of different scotch. They name off like 5 scotches. They're from different regions. So I'm like, okay, this guy's got a wide palette of scotch, and this guy's trying to push this fucking Macallan 18. And I'm like, I was sitting there laughing, and the gentleman asked me, why are you laughing? I said, because he's pushing the most expensive stuff on the shelf that's not in that case. I'm telling you right now, there's 10 or 15 better whiskeys on here right now that are less expensive than that.
Oh yeah.
I told him that freaking the Cragganmore 12 that's down there on the bottom shelf, it's like $70 freaking dollars. It's not $145 freaking dollars that the Macallan 18's for. And he's like, well, we're out of this Macallan 18, but we have the double cask. Why are you going to sell that shit, the double cask shit, when you can sell them a 12? You can sell them a 12, and it's just as good. I'm sorry, it's just as good as any other Macallan. I think that Macallan's all high, and Macallan's the Blantons of Scotch to me. I've never really liked anything. I like the 12; it's okay, but it's nothing that's ever compared to some of the other stuff I've had. I mean, and I'm paying, like I said, I can pay $70 for a $80 for a Dalwhinnie on the same shelf, and love it to death. And what they were naming off, I was like, why don't you get it? Okay, if he has a Bowmore, do you know if he has a 12 or what he has? Oh, he has a 15. I'm like, there's a Bowmore 18 right here. He would probably really appreciate that you spent a little bit of extra money that he couldn't to get him an 18-year Bowmore rather than the Macallan. And the guy's like, well, oh, sir, I'm trying to help them. And then I say, no, I understand that. You're doing your job. I said, but I said, truthfully, you're trying to sell them something that you don't get any commission on. Sorry to say, you don't get any commission on what you try to sell these people. So you're trying to sell these high-end bottles, but maybe if they told you already you like Bowmores,
it would be easier.
Why wouldn't you just step up? Or even if you want something different, why not go with the Long Row? The Long Row was cheaper than the Macallan.
For a second there, I thought you were going to say Long Branch. I was like, all right, look it up.
The Long Row, and then freaking they had a Spring Bake 10. I was like, if he's got a wide palate, why not get a Spring Bake 10 for $87 rather than freaking spend, like I said, $150 on a bottle that isn't? I'm sorry, I don't, myself personally, I know everybody has different tastes, but I don't think it's a great bottle compared to some of this other stuff. And I mean, I know Anthony, I know that you're a Scotch guy and everything else, and I don't know if you would agree with me that Macallan is kind of overhyped.
Oh yeah, it is.
Oh, by the way, just so you know, you said Long Branch. I was having a Mesquite Mule tonight.
Well, good for you. As long as you didn't drink any Long Branch, you're good.
No, if you didn't get it, instead of a Kentucky Mule, What's the one thing in Long Branch that other whiskeys might not have? Mesquite. That's what I was using for my Kentucky Mule Night was Long Branch, but I didn't do it because of you. I just grabbed the first bottle and said, "Hey, pour 2 ounces of it into a glass and make me a Kentucky Mule." But
Hey,
that
guys,
is fun.
I got to jump off, but I just
Don't
wanted
jump.
to. I'll clamor off, but
There
it was
you
good
go.
seeing you, Stanley. I'll definitely get some information, man. Because I'm always down for some samples to try
All right.
out. I appreciate it.
Hey, make sure you give Joe a kiss goodnight for me. All right.
Yeah.
I will. I'm gonna
Yeah.
tuck him in a few minutes. So
Yeah, he likes that,
All right, you guys.
Hey, you know how them Marines are. They like to be pampered.
We gotta have some cuddle buddies. So
That's right. Exactly. Cheers, man. Thanks for
Cheers.
popping on, both of you. Appreciate it. Yep.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for talking so much, Anthony.
I have
So
no
cheers.
problem with it, especially since I'm sitting here enjoying this dram here. It's like, yeah, you keep talking. This is good, but this has turned out to be good for the neck
If
pour.
I keep talking and you keep on drinking that Pete Week, you might not make it to your bed. You might just fall. You might just.
I do not have far to go. So yeah, I am so good. But this really is good. The Still Austin was good today. This Pete Week, like I said, I wasn't going to open, but Ken twisted my arm. You see how that worked out. But it is good. I can only imagine, give it another week or so, let it open up a bit. Oh my gosh, it's going to be fantastic. It's not overpowering, at least I think. That's for sure. The peat definitely is not overpowering on this. It's just what I expect.
See, so what I found out with the Highland, like on my part on the Highland Scotch stuff, compared to Space Side. So anybody might actually be watching me say this. Space Sides are Band-Aid. There's no way around it. They're Band-Aid. There's a Band-Aid to it. Period. There's no way of getting around it. There's no way of getting around it. There's a Band-Aid there, but there's no hate. To me at least, I think that they're really nice. Once you get past the palate-wise, you don't taste Band-Aids, but freaking nose-wise, baby diapers or freaking Band-Aids, whatever you want to call them. But in Highlands, I didn't notice the smoke to begin with when I first started drinking Magnus, which I love freaking Highland Park Magnus. That was the first.
But they're so subtle on the Highland Parks. It's not like a Lagavulin. It's not like an Ardbeg. It's not even like Belvini.
Right.
It's almost like, how do I want to say this? It's almost like I'm trying to compare it to I'm going to say a Springbank, because Springbank has peat, but it's not Lagavulin strong. It's not Belvini weak of peat strong. So
yeah,
it could be off a little bit, but in general, I think that's a good comparison.
Right, and then I'm thinking about so I did a peat flight, a blind peat flight from Kilco a few months ago on his stream that he sent me. And my number one and number two were, number one was Lefroy Glore. Nice chin.
Z-Man don't care. He'll show you anything.
I know Z-Man don't care.
No. What's up, man? Now he realized, oh shit, he actually put me on.
Well, I have to figure my way around StreamYard. That's the pain.
So what you do is just mute the YouTube side and listen to it on StreamYard.
I try to enter it through Google Chrome. I would do it.
So I have YouTube muted, but it's playing on one window because it's easier for me to follow chat.
So I got the same thing. I have the actual personal computer
Yep.
set up with what you're doing, so I can look at the chat, and then I have
Yep.
this set
Yep.
up like
Exactly. You got it.
And I'm working right now. I'm still working off a phone. I haven't got my whole setup done yet, so I don't get to see the chat. I just get to see what when Neophyte puts it up on the screen. So, but like my number one was Lore by Lefroy, and I'm still searching. I'm still trying to get a bottle of that. And then the second one was Glen Scotia 15, and both of them were peated, but they weren't offensive peat. And the lore didn't have the seaweed that like Lefroy 10 does.
Lefroy 10 is a heavily peated.
Well, yeah, but also I'm talking about
it's
that.
the first Scotch I bought.
Yeah, it's.
I actually liked it. The problem is it screws with the back of your tongue, and you're like, everything tastes like wood.
I'm not having that problem, but you're right. Sometimes you can't leave the peat if you wanted to try a non-peated Scotch or go to bourbon. And if you're going to do that, sometimes you're better off to go to a cask strength bourbon or a cask strength Scotch to get that proof to push through the smokiness of the peat.
Yeah, well, my thing with the Lefroy is like I tried different Lefroys before that. Before the Lore, I tried the Select, the Quarter Cask, and stuff like that, and they all had the same like seaweed, salty, just ocean freaking note to it that really freaking threw me off. But
Z-Man froze up a bit there.
But the Lore, for some reason, there's something about that Lore that was just like said, yeah, this is fucking good shit. And then now there's a rumor that I've heard a rumor that the Lore is going away. So now I have to go get a bottle, but it's $140. And if I get a bottle, that means I have to get a backup. So I got to get like a whole new credit card just to make sure I can get a couple bottles of Lore. But the Cardeas, I kind of want to try that pretty soon. I think I'm gonna try that pretty soon. I'm gonna reach out to a couple people I know that have it.
You get a sample of that. It's pretty darn good.
And then I guess there's a Lefroy 10 sherry cask also. But yeah, I'm trying to stuff that I don't like or stuff that kicks my ass, like the heavy peat and stuff like that. I'm trying to see if I can acclimate to it, because I think I owe it to the whiskey, and I owe it to myself to keep on exploring more and more of these international whiskeys along with what I'm doing, so that I can give truthful opinions of how things compare to bourbons and stuff like that. There you go, Z-Man.
Yeah. Welcome to the computer age.
Yep. It happens. It happens.
Whatever happened to TRS-80? God damn it! That's all I'm saying. I just want to play Snake. Do I really need to be on YouTube? Yeah, come on.
A lot of people just disappear. They got things to do. I disappeared most of the weekend. I had stuff to do.
So what were you drinking?
The old Glenmorangie 10.
The quintessential. Yes, the age 10 years. Yep.
You can never go wrong with that. That's such a good damn Scotch.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's good for their base. Yeah, because everything moves from there. It's good. I always like the Glenfiddich 12. Other people turn their nose up at it, but I like it. I think it's a great expression, and it does the job.
I find it's okay. For me, it's okay. I like 14 better. I don't know why I like it at all, but Fire and Ice, or Fire and Cane. That's what it is.
Johnny Walker.
No, the stupid Glenfiddich. The Glenfiddich Fire and Cane.
I never saw that. I've seen the pale, the Indian. Project 20, and
What the
that
hell?
14 that you like in the Glenfiddich, that's the one aged in bourbon barrels.
Right.
And I'd grab the 15 over the 14. I just thought it was too oaky because there was really nothing left in those barrels whenever they put the scotch in there.
Well, I got spoiled though on the 14 because I bought a 14, and then JD told me that the original 14 was all a U.S. only release. So I got a hold of a bottle of the original U.S. only release, and then I didn't realize that I actually had it. I just bought it at a store because I like Glenfiddich 14. And I bought another bottle, and it just happened to be a U.S. release. I had opened up, and JD was looking for a bottle of U.S. release, because he hadn't had it yet. So when I went to last Christmas and spent time with him, I took that U.S. bottle and gave it to him. The very next day, I was at another store, and I picked up another U.S. release, Glenfiddich 14, and if you compare it to the regular for the 14 that's on the shelf now, you can tell a difference, but it's not so different that I don't really enjoy just the regular Glenfiddich 14. But I think I've gotten past with the Glendronach 15 revival, with some of the Dalvinis and some of these other ones that I've been drinking. I hate to say it, I kind of got away from the Glenfiddich because it's one of those ones you start out with, like the Glenlivet, the Glenfiddich. Those are the ones you kind of start out, Scotch and Glenmorangie. I've kind of gotten away from most of that stuff and kind of gotten stupid into Benriachs and other Scotches. But I do need to revisit. I do need to revisit some of the cores, So,
well, I think that's a good start because you can work your way up to their other expressions, so you really understand what's what. But
Yep.
James, generally, for what you're saying, yeah, I'll go. Well, sometimes I'll go 4 days, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and start having a pour on Friday. But generally, I have about 48 hours break between having another dram. Like after tonight, I probably, if I do, it'll be Wednesday or Thursday, maybe, before I pour another. But I usually go at least 2 or 3 days.
I do the same thing.
yeah, mine is now that Scott's back on, I'll probably have a couple drams on Monday night. But before Pigsley going back on, even when the turds are on, I don't usually drink during the turds. I usually just have like drink some water or some soda or whatever and watch them and laugh and then go to sleep. So usually it's Livewire. Now it's neat. Now Neophyte goes after him. It'll be Anthony. I'll drink some drams Sunday night, and then I won't drink again until Friday night, usually when Vic goes on. So, or Vic or Cheech or whoever decides to go on, or even Trev. But it won't be till Friday evening after I get off work, and it'll be Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then like 1 or 2 on Monday night with Scott, and then 4 days off basically.
Stanley, when you're in California, you do have to actually hunt whiskey down. You tend to find it more available across the board because the story goes is the distributors dump stuff in California, Florida, and New York.
Well, depending on what it is,
anything, just anything.
Wellers.
I don't care if it's Scotch, it's a BTAC. I don't care what it is.
Okay, so BTAC week, Arizona gets more than I think Arizona gets more than Southern California does. Really? Because I know that the last 2 years that the Costco in Mesa, one of the Costco's in Mesa, got all the BTAC. Like
because
we got all
because
five BTACs. Yeah.
so because of secondary, they screwed all up. So as
Oh
an
yeah.
example, I bought a Stag Junior at a local liquor store, and it was on Drizzly, the website. You seen it?
Yeah.
I went in their store and I asked the owner. I said, "You got a bottle of that?" And he said, "Yeah." And I could hear him in the back, and he said, "I wanted to sell it to some online customer because they upped the price." So that bottle cost me $60.
Whew.
And then when I went there 2 years later, they had a batch 16 for $250.
Oh yeah. I just saw Eagle Rare for 100. I
Yeah,
saw Willow Foolproof for $5.99.
I pay $100 for Eagle Rare all day, every day. I literally found it in grocery stores every now and then for $46.
Buy case.
They kind of shy away with what you get, but
Well, I was buying Eagle Rare for like 30. Let's just say $37, $38. Then the last 2 years is when the price really jumped.
So what's funny is that 2 years ago, I could buy a case. So when people think case, 6 bottles case.
yeah, 6 or 12.
Eagle Rare store pick for $39 a bottle. I bought,
and that's a good price. That's
right,
a
and
good price, $39.
I bought 3 cases from the Royal Market. I'm finally down to the last 2 bottles after giving them to friends and drinking them myself. One of them goes to Vic, and the other one goes in my museum for a little while. But the same store this year has already said that when they get the bottle drop, because the Eagle Rare in Southern California, there's an Eagle Rare drop where all the store pick versions of Eagle Rare drop on the same day. And what they do is all the stores have this thing where for a certain amount of hours, if you get to the store, you get them at retail. So everybody goes and buys, and you can buy 1 case maximum. So people hit like 7. So everybody hits like 5, 6, 7 different stores, or they go in with 3 people, buy 3 cases, give the guy who bought the case for him $20, and then freaking walk out with 3 cases or whatever. But the next day, it goes to secondary. So basically, it goes from $39 a bottle to $80 a bottle within 24 hours, and then by the end of the week, it's over $150 a bottle. But
so you're just is this just one store?
No, this is like literally like 12, 13 stores in Southern California where I'm at.
So you're following the drop, and you go to that store, get what you want, and then walk out of it. Okay.
So then I walk into Royal Market, I get one case. Then I walk over then I go ahead and drive 20 minutes, and I go over to Cypress Craft, and I grab another case. I go to Red Hill, grab another case. So I can do that. Or what I did was I called a couple friends that live near there and said, "Hey, I'm going to be down there in 15, 20 minutes. Meet me at the store. I'll buy you whatever other bottle you want on the shelf, as long as it's not over like $80. I'll give and then you just help me get these freaking cases." Okay, cool. So you go down, and most the guys that I talk to, they're like those guys that love Jack Daniel's freaking Black Label. So they're like happy to get a $35 handle of Jack Daniels. So freaking you give them a couple handles, and then boom, you get your case. So it's like, so I did that a couple years ago and ran out. Last year, the cases started at $49 a bottle. And this year they're telling me that they're going to be starting at anywhere from $49 to $59 a bottle on the Eagle Rare. I said, I like it, but I don't like it that much. But the thing is that the Eagle Rare, the problem with the Eagle Rare this year was they put that fucking age statement on the bottle again.
Again?
They put that 10-year on the front of the bottle, and the price went up $20.
Oh, it's been ridiculous for a while, but like I said, I saw it today. It was $99 a bottle. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. And then that
Were you
foolproof was
at Lee's?
$5.99. Or yeah, Weller's foolproof was $5.99.
My store has had the E.H. Taylor single barrel and the E.H. Taylor small batch for $200 all day, every day.
200, holy shit.
And it's sitting behind glass. And then they got another cabinet that they have set up that's got the pappy in it. Usually you can buy anything pappy, but those are the bottles you're going to pay $2,000 to $3,000 for a bottle of it.
Where are you at,
And I have
Z-Man?
Arizona.
Holy shit, man.
He's not far.
No.
That's crazy.
Oh, he's
I-
far from you, Stan.
I literally went into a grocery store about like a year ago, and I got 2 bottles of E.H. Taylor for $46 a bottle. And it was the last 2 bottles. I put them in the cart, paid for them, and walked out of the store with them because I know I'll never see that again.
46 bucks. That's an okay price. I mean,
yes, sir.
Especially when you know it's a $30, $40 or a $40 bottle. $10 over, shit. I'd probably
the labeling on Buffalo Trace.
Yeah, I'd probably
And then-
drop that on there.
And like I put in chat, and you put it up. The Total Wine that's down the street from me was doing single bottles of Buffalo Trace for I think $30, and I got a local drugstore that sells it for $22 unlimited. So people are always walking in there, grabbing that stuff and walking out of there.
Yeah,
Or they're not even looking for it. They're just going in to get what they need, and they're gone.
Yeah, Sam's Club here in the one in Ontario and the one here in San Dimas, they got Buffalo Trace like coming out like just coming out their ass everywhere for like $19 a bottle.
Coming out of their ass.
Yeah, they've got cases literally sitting. They already told me they go every day and they go to fill up the rack, and they go ahead and replace the Buffalo Trace that's been taken out and stuff. They said, oh yeah, we still got like 4, 5 pallets of that shit sitting in the back between for this store, and we're sharing with another store. We're storing it for them. And I'm like, you do realize that everywhere else in the world, this bottle's costing like at least $30. They're like, yeah,
I don't care.
This is what we sell it for. They're selling Remus. They're selling Remus, standard Remus for $28. So, and then, I mean, that's the thing is like Sam's Club and Costco, they don't give 2 shits what they sell their stuff for, because they're selling some of that stuff. So I bought that Ben Riach. I bought that Ben Riach 10-year for $19. It's fucking $45 anywhere else, but I bought it for $19 at freaking Costco.
Yep. Some of the Costco stuff is actually pretty good.
Yeah, now that Kirkland, now they got that Kirkland. They got the Alexander Murray, the new Alexander Murray 19-year, for like $60. Does your Costco sell alcohol, Anthony? Oh, can't hear you.
Yeah, they do here in Vegas. They sell booze. I'll be right back. I'm going to do a quick bio.
Okay. So how hard? I mean, so Z-Man, they're in Arizona though. How hard is it to get? I mean, how hard is it for you to get stuff? I mean,
it's not that bad. The Jack Daniel's bottle and bond is pretty much in every liquor store, and it's usually $30 to $40 out the door. I haven't seen the triple mash yet, and after watching Matt with ADHD whiskey with a 10 cup 10-year, I just jumped on that stuff because it's like $40 out the door.
yeah, it's weird things like that. Yeah, that 10 cup 10-year went from they couldn't get it off the shelf. It's really weird. Matt doesn't realize that he does have some sort of influence even here in Southern California, because it seemed like as soon as he said buy that bourbon, I could go there any day to any Total Wine or any Bevmo and pick up that 10-year easily $40-45. Now it's $56 and it's never on the shelf.
Did you watch his video?
Yeah.
So he had the 3 different versions, and that's what got that stuff sold.
Yeah.
And that's what the reviewers need to do. Because we're looking at I follow Mash and Drum, the Junkies. I mean, I follow a lot of people that just do stuff, and if it's hot garbage, I'm not going to go buy it.
Yeah.
But I want to know what's out there, and you're not going to get it anywhere else but here. So.
Yeah. And then, so here, Weller's, it just depends. Like, you can get Special Reserve pretty much anywhere, but they're so if you go to if if they have it at a Bevmo, you get it for MSRP. You get it for like $20 something bucks. But anywhere else, you're paying $100 for fucking Special Reserve. Unless it's a store pick by, like, say, SoCal Wine Spirits or like an El Cerrito or something like that, your Weller 107s are going to cost you $120, $125 at a minimum. Full proof, same thing.
Too much money.
And they're hard to find. I mean, you don't see them a whole lot. Mostly it's you got to hope for store picks around here for Weller, because then most of the stores that do store picks around here, they sell them kind of, not say at retail, but I'll pay if it's a store pick, I'll pay $70 for a freaking 107, or I'll pay $70-$80 for a full proof store pick.
My store pick was doing wooden bill every time, and the wooden bills are usually higher proof.
Yeah.
But I bought one, I didn't really like it. They did Elijah Craig, and it was a higher proof, and they were trying to sell that to me. And then in the mixed of all the crap they had a C920 in there. So I took the C920 and I took the cash register. And the guy that was up there, he's like, "You don't want the pick?" I said, "Look at the batch number on this thing." I said, "It's the same batch. I know it's good." And then they started to tell me. He goes, "Sometimes we get stuff in here. We have so much of it. We just don't know how to put it out on the floor so you guys can go look at it." And I have literally bought barrels of beer from these people. So you buy a barrel of beer, you go in there and buy 5-6 bottles of whiskey, you get 10% off. And I just walk out of there with everything I have, and I don't care. So.
Yeah. So yeah, the thing that sucks is that the places that end up getting the Wellers around here end up being the museums, and they end up charging so goddamn much for it. It's just like it's like I'm sure up there by Anthony, the people that shouldn't get the Wellers are the ones that get them, like Lee's, because Lee's immediately freaking jacks the shit out of the prices. Unless Corey's or freaking Liquor Lineup get a store pick, you don't ever see a Weller at one of those places.
People are going to spend what they want to spend for what they got.
Yeah.
And I've thrown out the Stag Junior scenario several times because I've seen one Stag Junior in my existence over several years. That was $60, and it was a batch 14. And since then, I have not seen it. And then the owner would not sell that to me at cost. He wanted to sell it on the internet, but he screwed it up and said, "You know what, I'll just sell it to you." And then I went in there on Father's Day, and I had that batch 16 was sitting in there. And they were having an issue with the customers in there that didn't like the receipt and didn't like how something they got spent. And I'm like, you know what? I asked him, I said, "Give me the bottle." Because I won't find it again.
No. But that's a good price for Stag, especially that 14.
Yes, but I got my 14 for retail. but I haven't seen another one. Like he said, like just like you, I haven't seen another one since. And the ones that
You're
I
not
have seen,
in Arizona. You're not going to see a Stag Junior anywhere below $300.
And
So
when
if
I
you
go
want
down to
it,
Yuma, yeah, you're right. I mean, it's outrageous. And I'm like, you've got to be on crack. But somebody will come down there and buy it because there's an ass for every seat.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? There's an ass for every seat. So somebody will buy it. That's like today. I saw Weller Foolproof for $600. I'm like, are you crazy? Single barrel E.H. Taylor for like $350. I'm like, oh my gosh. Elmer T. Lee was like $500. I'm like,
I saw Elmer T. Lee walk out of the store that I bought that Stag Junior from, and they got it from the back and they sold it on another cash register. And the guy got in the parking lot and he was calling somebody saying, "Yeah, I got that bottle of whiskey you wanted." So I'm thinking, yeah, okay. Secondary seller buying it from a primary seller. I'm just gonna up the price.
Yep. It's ridiculous.
well,
That's for sure.
luckily for me, one of my friends was in Vegas for his birthday, and he went to Liquor Lineup, and Liquor Lineup has a case that they have like a consignment case, and one of the bottles, there's 2 bottles in there from Total Wine of a 2014 release of a Tobermory 23 year. So they only wanted $100 for it. So he picked one up for me and then told me about it when he got back. But he also picked me up an Elmer T. Lee for retail from Liquor Lineup and didn't tell me about it till he got back. He says, "Hey, happy birthday." And I was like, "Okay, how much do I owe you?" And he's like, "Nothing." So I got an Elmer T. Lee. He bought it at retail and he gave it to me for my birthday. And my birthday wasn't until July. His is like in March when he was there. He's like, "Happy birthday." I'm like, "No, I'm going to give you the money for this." And I was like, "How much?" And he's like, "I got it for $59. I was like, "Okay, cool. Here's your 60. Here's $60."
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and then people are turning around and getting mad at me because I got one for retail. I'm like, it's not my fault. I mean, freaking, I was in the right place, the right time.
Exactly.
You know,
I paid. What did I pay for mine?
Like
$79 for my Elmer.
And it's good, but it's not. It's one of those things like the Blantons, the freaking Elmer Teas.
Yep.
The freaking.
Is Elmer T. Lee $100 good?
Not really.
No, I don't think it's $100 good. Now,
if you're going to tell me not really, then it's good. Because I got my first bottle of Blanton's was $109.
Yeah, I mean, if you've never had it before and you want it, I can see. I mean, like I said, you can pay $100 for an Elmer T. Lee. I can see it. But if it's something that's not necessarily on your radar or one of the things that you really, really, really want to get a hold of, I don't know. I mean, would I pay $100 for it? So the first time I bought it, I would have. Luckily, I got it for retail because I was chasing.
I paid it because I have not. I paid it because I haven't seen it anywhere else.
Yeah, well, that's the thing too is that it depends on everywhere I've seen it in California. It's $200, $300, $400 for the bottle. So, and that's not even the anniversary bottle. So, hell yeah, I freaking when I got a chance, I got it. But there's a lot of things that I've come across where I just happen to see okay, like I was saying earlier, they don't make you can't get 11-year you can't get 11-year Dickel bottle in bonds. But I know a place right now where I can get 3 of them. Because the store doesn't know what they have, and they're just sitting on the bottom shelf. They're sitting on the bottom shelf behind a bunch of 13 years.
Well, my store sits on the shit because they don't know what the fuck they got because they don't know what it is they should be selling it to. So I asked them about grabbing a hold of a Russell's with 13, and they told me some stupid bottle they had to buy a case of in order to get one bottle for each. So that shit rolled out. But I could buy a barrel of beer from them, and it's a flat cost because they're not making a lot of money in the beer. And then I said, well, what are you going to give me if I buy, 10 bottles of early times before Sazerac buys it out? And then the
10
guy at the
bottles?
counter, 10 bottles, and, pick a case amount, 12, 6, whatever. And the guy said, I'll give you 10%. So I said, all right. I said, I'll buy 10 bottles at 10%. And he goes, well, I'll give it to you in the box. So I've been sitting on 10 bottles of the old Sazerac early times bottle of bond. Because you can't, that shit you just cannot get it anyway. You get it when you get it. You deal with it. I mean, a lot of people will not ever pay that money out for it.
No.
Couple hundred bucks. A lot of people's like, what are you doing that? Well, I'm going to be sipping it over the next 10 years till I die. So I don't care.
Yeah, I actually just they did an impromptu giveaway. I mean, an impromptu thing for Jerry Black the other night on Whiskey Wars, and I gave up my backup of the original Early Times bottle of bond, plastic top, no dent, to raise money for Jerry Black's stuff. So, and it doesn't bother me because I still got 90% of my second bottle that I opened up not too long ago, and am I going to get to it? And you know what? I think of it this way. If I can find those Dickel 11 years out of nowhere, just walking around a couple days ago, there's a good chance I'm going to walk into somebody's freaking small ass little hole in the wall freaking liquor store out here in Southern California. And there's going to be some plastic top Early Times, and I'll buy every single one of them off the shelf.
So my liquor store it's a small ass liquor store that's off of the Arizona State University. So there's a lot of homie and transients out there. There's people that are just driving by. They want a beer. They want something. There's people that are going in there that don't have legal license to buy liquor. They always get kicked out of it. So those are the quaint stores, as you call it, where you want to grab your shit. So, but they're out there.
And I do that too, Shelby. I look at it and it's $20-$30 over. So I think about what it would cost if I ordered it online, had it shipped, or if I knew somebody like Stan who could hand deliver it. Well, what would the cost be? So I add about that to the price automatically. So it's $20 to $30. And then I think about it. How bad do I need it? How bad do I have to have it?
Yeah.
Because it's right within that range. But if it's over that, it's almost every time a hard pass.
It's always something.
There you go. Well, Anthony, I didn't realize that it's 11:30 and I have to be up in exactly 4 hours to go to work. So
I'm not far behind you. I'll be up in about 5. So, well, we'll end it here at 11:30. I think that's a decent time. 2.5 hour stream. It was good. I should be back to my regular streaming next week, which I will be because Bourbon Bar will be on. I sent him a flight, so he'll be on my stream Sunday, the 28th, going over that blind, and so I'll coach him through that, and then he and I will finish it off drinking some other scotches.
send me the list. Send me the list of what you guys are drinking, and maybe if I got some of it, maybe
I won't be because I sent him that. I have a blind right over there from him. We were supposed to do on the 2nd, but they switched my shift at work, so I ended up switching to afternoons. So we had it set up that I was going to do A, B, C, D over there on his stream on a Tuesday. But, that just happens. So work is work. There's nothing you can do.
Yeah. So okay. So you're back to your normal time next week of
Yep.
before Livewire.
Yep. I'll be back on before Livewire, and at least that's the plan.
All right.
So everything should be good. So anyhow,
Okay.
I appreciate
Right.
everybody here that was on. It was great to see everybody. Really good stream. Love the conversation. Love the participation in chat as usual. Always a pleasure to see you here. And I do look forward to seeing you all again next week. So,
And yeah, and sorry I talked so damn much, and I will
Nope.
see you. I'll see you in a couple weeks.
yep, you will. Cheers, everybody.
All right.